going on? I am Nando.
And I am the fire!
And I am Diggins.
And this is Mostly Nitpicking, a podcast where every week we pick apart a piece of pop culture by looking exclusively at the details. Woo!
Fire!
We're doing it, you guys. This is, we're back, baby. The boys are back in town.
We're so back. It's so good to be back.
I like that song.
Well, obviously, if there's something nobody can resist, it's the siren song of the Avatar franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, I was like, hey, I'm going to see this in IMAX. I have to. I left my wife and now 2 children, Disruptor, and we'll get there. Maybe that can be part of the news of the week, Nando, because it is. I think news. We
kind of picked a name. I can't remember if you had heard this one, but
I don't think so.
You don't have to pick it. Like, you don't have to go with it, but we can. Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about it because I also have one in mind, but we'll get there. Okay. But I was like, I'm going to rush out to see James Cameron's Avatar, and then I want to do a podcast about it because missing a month of my free therapy was just too much to bear.
Yeah.
So you stopped using ChatGPT too?
I stopped using ChatGPT the episode after I said that, and everyone shamed me for it. And then I was like,
guys, shame still works.
Well, and also, you had to free up the ChatGPT so that James Cameron could use it to make this movie, because he loves ChatGPT more than anybody in the industry, apparently. So him and fucking Mad Max guy, for some goddamn reason, George Miller, they've gone all in on the AI. Anyway, you guys, before we get to that bad news, or that's bad news, but it's not, some directors are cool. Like the two directors, I don't know, do we know the Russo stance on AI?
I don't know.
Yeah.
An interview where they're like, it's fucking coming and you just have to deal with it, losers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there you go. We're going to talk about it because they're the subject of this week's news, you guys. DJ, you haven't been around, so the news hasn't changed at all, but, we're talking about a news that is weeks in the making, kind of, because they've been teasing it and stuff, and it's that they're doing all the trailers for all those movies, including Avengers in theaters. Mm-hmm. Did you happen to see a trailer for Avengers when you saw it in your theaters?
I did. Now, I didn't check, but I got the Chris Evans one. Is that what everyone got at Avatar? Was Chris Evans?
No, they changed it every week. Oh yeah. If you see it today, it's a different one than that, and there's one in between as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I got Captain America. Chris Evans will return with his baby in Doomsday, because can't keep that man away from the bag.
You can't
get it.
He tried so hard with Ghosted, but we didn't like it enough, so he has to do these. But yeah, they So wait, okay. So do you know like the gist of what this is? Like what the trailer, the gambit is that they're doing?
It's all coming back. Is that what am I missing?
Oh no, not well. I mean, yes, but also they're doing so for 4 weeks and maybe a fifth. We're finding out now, like today. Every week you see Avatar, different trailer. Okay. All pretty much like the same length. None of them are, although the last one might be longer. But the original 4 have been, about a minute long. There's a little bit of new footage, sometimes a voiceover, and then it says whoever is in the movie. From what I understand, the Captain America one is the only one that's actually like revealing a character. All the rest are kind of guys we knew would be in it from looking at their chairs and stuff.
Yes.
And the responses to them have been interesting. I feel like they've been all over the place. Diggins, when you saw Avatar, did you see any of these wonderful trailers?
I saw the Chris Evans one.
Nice. I was late, so I missed the trailers and maybe the first 5 minutes of the movie. But, I watched the Chris Evans trailer many times since, so I think I more or less get it. They just released the Thor one today on YouTube. So that was the second week one. And then the third week one is the X-Men one that is out, like, kind of in, like, I think it's in theaters now, but it's definitely in, like, shitty cam quality. You can find that on YouTube now. I think the fourth one without, like, I'm pretty sure I've heard it's going to be the Fantastic Four and the Black Panther characters. So it's going to be Shuri and the Thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're there, and it kind of makes sense because like they Fantastic Four, the Black Panther came from there in the comics, but that's probably not why they're doing it this way. But yeah, what was your reaction in your theater when you saw when everybody saw the new one? Was there hooting and hollering? Was there booing and hissing? Was there phones? Mostly phones, probably.
It was. I don't know. It seemed kind of like middling. Like it wasn't like oh my god. Like it was pretty chill. So I don't know if people just like didn't know what was going on, but yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. I do think this trailer, besides the Steve Rogers reveal, just doesn't have a lot going for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think if Steve Rogers was a character we knew had a kid in the comics, and this was the reveal of the kid's existence, that would maybe be exciting. But like, who cares? Like, not like who cares. Chris Evans cares, and some people care. If this were, I'm trying to think of a good example of this. Like, let's say if this were like a Wolverine trailer, but even if we knew Wolverine was in it already, but then it showed like X-23 or something, people I think would react to it. But like this one, it's like, who's that baby even? We don't know. It's not even, did he steal it? Like, he doesn't usually have a baby, and they all have babies now.
Wait, Nando, you didn't read that seminal run of Captain America in the 80s where he stole a baby?
I mean, I didn't read that one. No, was it in one of the many cars or motorcycles he stole in that one movie? Because eventually one was going to have somebody in it. I didn't read that. I didn't play the video game that introduced one of his characters, like I don't know if it's a gacha game, but some mobile game has like a character that's one of his kids or something. So there's that. But yeah, that one was like interesting that was the first one.
All I'm saying is they did canonically tell us that Steve Rogers is fucked.
They did tell us that.
Yeah.
And I assume it's Peggy. It'd be kind of funny if it's not, though. If it's just like some other lady. If like they go over and it's like, this is Linda. Me and Peggy just couldn't work it out, so I'm with Linda now. We'd all be like, okay, yes. But what do you think the baby's named? What would you name the baby if you were Captain America?
Oh, what would I name the baby? After someone. Jesus Christ. Tony? Is it Tony?
Jesus Christ is a good one. Tony could be fun.
No. I think we all know what that baby's name, Nando.
Yeah, what is it?
Barack Hussein Obama.
Oh no.
My God. That makes sense because he doesn't have a birth certificate because he's from a time traveling guy or something. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like in the comics, one of his kids is named Sharon, which I think is awesome considering that in these movies he made out with the Sharon, but it's not the same one, but still, that's pretty funny. I don't know. I figure this kid will be named Liberty or some bullshit, but also it could be Tony. It'd be weird. But do you think it's weird? Okay. So let's back up a little bit. DJ had a child, right? We were just talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Would you even ever consider naming it after a friend of yours who died, but like in a way that's like you'll probably see him again because of time travel bullshit and have to explain it to him? Because that's the part I think would lose me. I'd never hear the end of it if I named my kid Tony and then he showed up at the door one day and like, oh, right.
Yeah.
We can all hang out.
I think that, in my opinion, tribute names should be reserved for like middle names. I feel like
if Steve Rogers is Jewish, then that's explicitly like a thing you're not supposed to do, naming him after a living relative.
Oh.
Well, depends.
Even like a non-living friend, like not relative. So like, I feel like the rules of that are pretty, pretty fluid. Although.
No, go ahead, Nando. Sorry.
I was going to say, you could name him like Abraham or something. It's a weird name to give a child, but like you can name him after that scientist that sacrificed his life to save you
Ooh,
or
that's a good
something.
one.
Like that's
Yeah.
kind of meaningful, and he's been dead for so long. I'm probably not going to end up seeing him in a future movie.
Wait till we get his trailer though.
I know he'll be pretty cool. Well, if you squint at the back, very very back of Cyclops, it's like you can see him all fell over from being killed by the Sentinels or whatever.
He's actually like, you know what? I'm going to start healing some wounds, and you're going to help me, little baby Adolf.
Ooh, that would be something. And then Lenin comes out and he's like, me and Adolf Hitler are friends in this universe or something. You got to go back to that. That was the last good movie before everything fell apart. But yeah, I feel like, what's another name you could give this kid? I don't know.
Well, it's obviously him and Sharon Carter's kid. Does she have any like her
Peggy
dad
Carter's
or Peggy Carter? What?
Yeah.
Well, nah.
Well, yeah.
Let's assume Peggy Carter's. Like, what about Jesus Christ?
What about Jesus Christ? If we come back to
What
it.
about Jesus Christ?
What is
yeah.
happening? This is why I can't not be in front of a microphone for a month. Tommy Lee Jones. What about his character?
Oh, I thought you meant what about the name Tommy Lee Jones?
What about
That's a cool
Tommy
name.
Jones?
Yeah. I mean, Tommy Lee Jones's character, I don't even know what that is, so maybe it is named after that. And we'll find out that in the future.
He's like the guy in the military.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I remember him, but I couldn't tell you what his name is.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Maybe his name.
That would be pretty cool. What about Ultron or something? That's a cool.
What about Red Skull?
Yeah.
What about the Infinity symbol? What about Thanos?
Thanos. Yeah, nobody knows who he is yet. Is there a name that it would be valuable? Is there a name that is like kind of having the lottery ticket of names that he could pick for his kid that would be like set him up somehow? I can't think of what it would be.
Is it Elon? Would that be?
You know, I feel like if anything, Elon would want to destroy this child because he would see him as a competitor. I mean, he would be an adult by the time Elon gets him, but like,
Right.
you know, although the motorcycle in the trailer is relatively modern, which would suggest that this baby is in the present day as opposed to in the past when he got with Peggy, like, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Well, it's all alternate universes, so who cares?
Yeah, whatever. They'll explain it or something, or they
That's
won't.
what I'll be saying at the end of this movie. Who cares?
Who cares? Well, what about Thor? Did you watch the Thor one that showed Thor?
I did not watch the Thor one that showed Thor. I probably should have, right?
I mean, you know, if you hadn't seen it, if you're curious, Diggins, did you watch it? It came out today, like this morning, so on YouTube.
Nope, I watched number 1 and number 3.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so the Thor one is very simple. It's just him being like, I have a kid now. Odin, praying to Odin. He's like, Odin, let me kill whoever it is I'm trying to fight in this. And then that's it. But he looks very serious. He's short hair again. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
The Russos do good Thor. I do, you know, give credit where credit is due. Thor showing up on Wakanda and killing everybody with big lightning strike. Like, that's like probably Thor's individual coolest moment. And that was them. So
All right, fair
they also gave us Thor playing Fortnite though. So we're getting one or the other.
Oh, man.
He would love the new Fortnite because it's got what was I gonna say? They're adding the characters from Pulp Fiction. I don't know if you saw this today. But not the fun ones, not the Gimp or Ving Rhames or anything. Like just the ones the main two, Sam Jackson and the other one,
Okay.
John Travolta.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. He so the Thor one's not that exciting. Have you seen the X-Men one, the third one?
That
I believe is currently in theaters. Maybe.
I saw that very legitimately. Wink, 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 or whatever. What am I supposed to
Diggins,
say?
did you see it?
Yes, I also saw it in a manner that was consistent with all existing laws and regulations.
Very good. Well, then and you know what? If there's any to watch that are against the law, it should be the X-Men because they're cool. You know, like they go against the law because the law is like mutants have to go to concentration camps or something. So, you know, fight the power. That one, what do we think of that one?
I think it's exciting. I know a certain someone on this podcast is excited because, you know, they might make YouTube videos and
Because he likes a certain dweebazoid who got to do something in that little teaser.
That's true.
we should all be happy.
We should all be happy because
Yeah.
there's Cyclops, there's Sentinels, whatever. But there's also Magneto and Professor X, old men holding hands.
Yeah, and chess.
What do we think's going on there?
Do you think they'll let them kiss?
I think they should. I don't see why not. They're both like bachelors. Ian McKellen is gay in real life. Could be kind of fun, you know?
Look, I'm glad Ian McKellen gets to do this, but like he's fucking old. Like is he gonna actually who's the oldest person they've had in one of these?
Him. In this movie, he's definitely the oldest.
Yeah, he's 86. So have they ever
Trying to think of
done
who could have even been older than that in any of these?
like is Anthony Hopkins gonna be Odin? Like because he's 88.
Yeah,
so if we
that's
see an
true.
Anthony Hopkins Odin, it would be that, and that would have to be it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of older actors, but yeah, it's so
every time I think about that, all I could just picture in my head is the Stranger Things kids. They're all so old now, but they're not. None of
Patrick
them are in
Stewart's
these yet.
85.
Yeah, he's younger than Ian.
But
McKellen.
no, but like, I didn't think he was that. I didn't think he was only a year younger than Ian McKellen. For some reason, I had them like 10 years apart.
Oh
No.
yeah, no, they're
man.
pretty. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, he was old enough to be Professor X, and like
Right in the 2000s.
in 2000, yeah, and like he had already had a big career of Star Trek and Richard
Right.
III or whatever. So yeah, he's been around for a while.
Okay.
Do you ever get Michael Caine in any of these? He's old, right? I don't think so.
He hasn't been in one of these somehow.
Yeah, it's a mistake, but there's still time.
There's some time, guys.
James Hogg
yeah.
gonna pop up in one of these? He's also quite old.
No, but
don't
I
think
do
he
feel like
is.
there's like an old-ish woman in like Shang-Chi who's like Katie's live-in grandmother in the very beginning of the movie, but like she's probably
Okay.
pretty old. That's about as good as it gets though.
Was he in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Who?
James Hong?
I don't think so. Not that I know of. But yeah.
I don't know. I might be wrong, but it's probably.
What?
Oh, did it say he was? I mean, he could have been in it.
That could
It's
never
not canon
happen.
anyway. Nobody cares about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, those aren't real. So yeah. Anyway,
How old is Michael Douglas? He's 81. Okay. That's Ant-Man. That's
Still.
pretty significant. What about Bill Murray?
86 is the bar. That's the thing.
No, Bill Murray's 75. Yeah, I'm gonna try to Google old actors and see what it gives me. But Morgan Freeman would be a good one, but he's not. Oh, okay, this is helpful. Rosemary Harris, she was never in one of these movies. Like, she didn't show up in the last one, in like
No.
Spider-Man whatever, but she's pretty old. And that would be cool.
How old was Robert Redford when he did Captain America?
oh, that's a good one.
Nah, he was only like 79. Only 79. He was a young 79.
How old is Harrison Ford?
Oh, that's
He was just in one of these.
he's 83. Come on, Nando.
Oh, okay.
Get
He's
out-
getting up
get
there.
out
He's
here.
getting up there. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of surprised that we don't have a 90-year-old in one of these yet. But there's only so many that are currently working.
If we see Anthony Hopkins Thor, then that'll be it.
Yeah,
So
that'd be pretty cool.
get on it, Russos, before you have to
Yeah.
use AI to put in all the old actors we love.
They
That's
would
gonna
hate
be, yeah. There's gonna be. It's not to get too dark, but like a lot of these prolific actors are getting up there. Within like 10 years, when Marvel wants to do Doomsday 2, they're gonna have to use AI. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is not necessarily.
in
old,
10
but-
years, they'll have already locked all of their bones into the machine
Yeah.
that will generate the AI versions forever.
Right. They're not letting them die without getting their image and
No,
likeness.
their souls will be
Right.
tortured for all eternity.
Yeah. That's great. And as long as we get great movies with great Cyclopses in them,
Yeah, it increases shareholder value. That's all
Increases
we
shareholder
fucking
value.
care about.
and speaking of that, speaking of increasing value and shareholders and stuff, did you see the video of that the Russos released today? Do either of you guys know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know what this is.
No.
It is so funny. Okay. So it's a video they put out on, Agbo or whatever their production company is. And it is, it's a thing where they, I guess, invited some influencers that are not me, but other ones, to like their studio in California to like watch the trailer, the first trailer. However, it was only a day after it had already kind of been leaked. So they had all seen it, or at least, you'd expect most of them had. But there were cameras on them. So they all reacted as if they had never seen it. And, it's pretty funny.
Okay. I'm watching this.
Yeah.
It's
like, again, these people have all seen it already.
Yeah. I wish it didn't seem so staged. I would say. I think
So
it's
it got to when he picks up the baby, and they were all like, "Oh,
Yeah. Right.
okay."
I mean, the best one is the guy at the end who cries, sheds a single tear, who is an influencer, I believe, named Soups or something. And I think that's adorable.
Listen,
that he did that.
Listen, there's no way you get to be the guy
Yeah.
Disney puts in this if you unless you are either A, that sincerely devoted, or B, able to fake it. So either way,
Yeah.
congratulations to that man.
Yeah.
Is there something that the Russo brothers could show you, not from this movie even, but from any movie that's coming out, and it's a minute long, and they could bring you into the little room and show you, and you would make you cry because of how excited you are for it?
Robert Downey Jr. would appear on screen and says, "Hi guys, I thought it over, and I'm actually back now. I'm not in the mood."
Oh no. What about what would be fun? What's like something that like from another movie coming out later this year? Got a lot of movies.
Timothy Chalamet walks on stage and is like, "Marty Supreme will return."
Yes.
Avengers
Oh,
Doomsday.
that's so good.
Yeah. Oh, then he'd have him versus him, because also Avengers Doomsday comes out the same day as Dune 3. So that'd be fun. Well, I mean, that's true, at least as of now. Yeah, I'd love to see, I mean, my favorite, what am I looking forward to this year? Let's do that Street Fighter movie.
Yeah, so I was about to say Street Fighter, which, by the way, I can't believe you guys, I don't want to go back and all my notes from the previous pods, but you didn't talk about Jason Momoa's crazy appearance at the Game Awards. It's
That was
so
pretty
fucking
funny.
crazy. Because, yeah, no. He was definitely some kind of inebriated, but it was also funny because, like, he was definitely the most famous person there, and it seemed like he couldn't give a fuck, like, what room he was in. Like, someone probably told him, "You're going to go to the Game Awards." He's like, "I'm going to go to the what? And wow.
Yeah, I feel like it would definitely be, he's the most famous person. And then
He was
there's
the
an
most famous
enormous
person there.
gap.
Definitely.
And then maybe like,
Who,
maybe Cody Rhodes?
no, because what's his
Maybe
face was
Andrew
there?
Coe-
J.J. Abrams was there.
Oh, I'm talking about people in the Street Fighter cast.
Yeah, it's that, and yeah, that's probably it. Which is
Like,
crazy.
Oh, 50 Cent was, but I don't think he was there.
He was,
He
yeah.
could have been there, but yeah, he didn't show up. What about that musician that's Vega? You said people know who that is? The one who wears the mask?
Orville.
Oh,
Peck.
Orville.
Yeah. He seems kind of famous.
There was a really long and embarrassing stretch of time there where my brain couldn't stop thinking Redenbacher. After Orville.
They should get him in it. Yeah. I guess David Desmalkin. He's pretty famous.
Okay.
He was there. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's still a
Since-
pretty big power gap. After
Still
Jason
big
Momoa,
gap.
though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Jason Momoa is like fucking famous.
I think Jason Momoa is definitely the only person on that list who could get the secret drugs that are only for celebrities.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah. The rest of them were probably so jealous.
Yeah.
He's like,
that was.
They just put this out this year. This is Cocaine 2.
What do you think Cocaine 2 does? Is it more
Yeah.
cocaine for less volume? Or is it like a completely different experience?
Or is it like New Coke where it's like it's
Just kind of the same, a little more bitter. Yeah.
new marketing? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I liked New Coke to be honest. I almost preferred it to regular Coke, but it was better. It had a little bite to it. You know, Coke's too sweet. If you just drink like plain Coke.
Right.
But yeah,
Sorry.
or maybe it's no calories. That would be cool.
Yeah, Coke Zero, but
Yeah.
Oh, and Coke. Oh,
Like Cocaine Zero.
too
Yeah,
much no-
that'd be pretty.
That's Cocaine Zero. That's
Yeah.
cocaine with no calories.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
Sorry,
fine.
Pablo
I'm trying to stay
Escobar,
on a
whoever's
diet.
working on new drugs,
Yeah.
head on it.
Oh, God. Sorry, how did I derail us?
Street Fighter and stuff. So Game Awards.
yeah.
So we talked about the Game Awards. We didn't talk about the Street Fighter thing. I think the weirder part was the guy who's from the Manosphere podcast or whatever, who was like, and we got the Mortal Kombat guys here too. And even the cameramen were like, do they? And they looked around for him a little bit. And then they were like, just kidding. They don't like you as much as we like you. They're a bunch of jerks. And everybody on stage was so embarrassed for themselves.
Andrew Schultz, was that who it was?
That's who it is. Yeah, the guy who plays Dan. And but yeah, I did kind of think they would go, because like the Mortal Kombat movie, I would say has an equivalent-ish star. Carl Urban's like a star.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But also a bunch of non-stars who no one would recognize. So you could get them, I think. And
oh yeah, for sure.
they should have done it. Like,
Yeah,
they should have
that
tried.
would have been great.
Can you imagine the people's reaction when fucking that one character that was original for the first one showed up? They'd lose their minds. I already forgot his name.
Diggins knows. Not Cade. Is it Cade?
You're close. It's something like that.
Who are we thinking of here?
The original Mortal Kombat character that they made for the movie. That's the main guy.
Cole?
Cole.
Cole
Young. Yeah.
Diggins always knows.
People wouldn't be able to hold their excitement in. They would cry
It's
if they saw him.
Cole.
By the way, if anyone has noted my diminished power levels this episode, I am recovering from the flu.
Listen, Nando and Diggins, like, you guys have been doing, you know, like, I gotta make a dumb sports analogy because that's how my brain works. You guys were playing 40 minutes a game. This is basketball. That's what I'm talking about. And I was out with like a 4-week, probably like not a calf strain, maybe like a foot thing. And like, now I'm back. Like, put me in, coach. And now here I am. I'm picking up Diggins's minutes.
Wow.
So that's how we do it here.
DJ would love nothing more than if he had a foot thing going on.
Yeah.
I got better for my foot thing, which is great. It was good timing too.
I was gonna say, you and my grandma are the only two people I know with foot things, but you love them. Your favorites.
Does she also have plantar fasciitis? It's a bitch.
I don't
man.
know.
Okay.
It's something, probably. It's probably not like a bowling injury or something. I would imagine it's something pretty benign, like you can just get, but you never know. Maybe she dropped a bowling ball on her foot at some point. It happens.
Yeah, like in a cartoon where she then let out that scream that Tom from Tom and Jerry always did, and like hopped around on one foot, yelling incoherently.
And whoever dropped the bowling ball didn't even notice or something, and they're like back in a fry, and it's like, God, they just can't catch a break. But yeah, it's weird that they make these video game movies and they get one famous person and a bunch of stunt people / like kind of martial arts experts.
Yeah.
It makes sense, but like, it's interesting that they did it twice.
Yeah, I agree. Street Fighter 1 feels more grab baggy, I will say, but
Yeah.
Because it's all kinds of people, right? From the very famous to then medium famous to the who's that? Like,
to people where you're like, he looks exactly like him, which means this actor's been in nothing. Like, they cast this guy from, just looking at his picture on.
They use AI.
Going, that's him.
They put him in, and then AI was like, it's this person. And it's like, okay.
Or in this specific instance, that guy always wears a mask also.
Yeah, that's the best one. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. I was gonna say, I think I could maybe cry if I saw, and it'd be fun to see any minute of Mercy. But if I saw the minute where Chris Pratt, convinces the computer to let him go or whatever, or when Chris Pratt, if I saw the minute where Chris Pratt gets executed by lethal injection from the AI, I think I might cry a little bit.
Nando.
Something.
Well, Nando, you have precious little time to wait before you can see.
I know, it's coming up so soon. I'm so excited.
You won't be able to keep me away. Nando, you and I'm definitely over tipping my hand, but you've once again have done a seamless transition to another topic,
which is
so I had a child, and it's doing great, by the way. I probably should have not done this half an hour into the pod, but Michelle's doing great, the baby's doing great, Disruptor's doing super awesome, loves the baby.
That's important.
For those who don't know, Disruptor's the name of my oldest son.
The legal Christian government name.
Yeah,
that's right.
Disruptor. And the question was like, okay, so what's the second kid's name going to be? For the purposes of the pod. And well, Nando, did you guys come up with something? Maybe I missed this, or you guys had thought of what the name should be.
Yeah, I think I've seen it maybe even on the subreddit, or the not subreddit, the Discord. So that's probably where I'm getting it from. But there was a suggestion at some point that the baby should be named Pepsi after Madam Web, where the baby of Madam Web never gets named, but we assume because it seems to start with a P, it's named Pepsi.
Oh, I like that.
What was yours?
So I want to hold on to Pepsi because maybe we don't have to decide right now because this one it hasn't come out yet. But I was thinking, Disruptor came from War of the Worlds movie with Ice Cube sitting in a chair, and that it's all about the Disruptor. And I was thinking, what if the baby's name was Mercy? For the Mercy program, for another movie where it's sitting in a chair.
That's true.
And then we'll always have this. Well, but I like Pepsi because we'll always have Madam Web, but it's also Pepsi, but we'll always have Mercy and Disruptor. We'll always have Mercy and War of the Worlds, but maybe we should wait for Mercy to come out to make that final decision. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like we should definitely hold out. And that might be the worst movie of next year. Very possible.
Well, there might be a character in Mercy who would fit that more, right? Like Disruptor was in War of the Worlds. Maybe there'll be some kind of Disruptor-esque character in Mercy. It's like, oh, that's it. So
yeah, there's no way he doesn't have a son in this movie. There's not a chance.
I feel there's a decent chance as a daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who looks like the Mercy lady? Is that going to be some kind of whatever?
Oh, that'd be weird.
Age up my daughter. Oh my God, it's the Mercy AI. So
the daughter can have done the crime or something, and then he has to take the hit so that his daughter can go free or something. That's probably what it's going to be. Don't steal that, Chris Pratt, if you haven't finished the movie yet. It's not free. You have to get, because you probably know the Russos pretty well. Get me in one of those rooms. I'll pretend to cry when I see the Thor trailer that I've watched on times.
Nando,
I can do it.
Nando will shill infinitely.
Avengers Endgame, Infinity War. I assume there's money involved in this too, and then that's the best part, But
do you think that's how he got himself
for
to
the love
cry?
of the game?
He pictured the check in his mind. And he's doing this, and he was just like, "It's so beautiful."
I learned from the best of all the actors we talk about constantly doing that on the pod, like Harrison Ford, who we already basically all the old guys. Michael Caine probably also, and but yeah, I'm excited for Mercy. I'm so happy it comes out in January.
I know,
and January is going to be surprisingly eventful because we got Mercy and we got Bone Temple, which is supposed to be actually kind of good. So that might be a different kind of pod, but I have a feeling Mercy is going to be the kind of pod we think it's going to be. And I'm very excited for that.
It'll be an all-timer.
Yeah, and I think there might even be another kind of
where Rachel McAdams kills her boss, probably.
Yeah, on an island one or something. Yeah, that really kind of seems cool. I like Rachel McAdams. What's she been in recently? I feel like I saw her in something recently. I was like, good for her.
Guys, Greenland 2.
Oh, did you ever see Greenland 1?
I haven't.
Greenland is good. I know. Yes, it's like surprisingly good. And I
know why the president wants it so bad now.
Wait, is Trump a big Greenland fan?
Well, he wants to invade.
See, he said the movie's good.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He saw Greenland. He's like, I want that.
Mm-hmm. And it is, yeah. I mean, like, do you know the premise of Greenland?
I don't.
Greenland is like a kind of there maybe are more than one. I don't think there are, though, in the movie. Like the one doomsday bunker that Gerard Butler has to get to before the meteor hits the earth. So like it's like his family and him are just trying to get there. So yeah, maybe Trump thinks that's there. Like then he's like, oh, I'm gonna need a doomsday bunker because I keep starting all these wars. Yeah. So
now this movie they gotta get out of the bunker.
They do, yeah, because they're kind of bored in the bunker. It seems like that's the vibe. And listen, I could see it. I'd be bored in the bunker if I was a kid.
As soon as I saw there was a Greenland 2, I was like, that movie ends with them getting in the bunker, right? Like that's the end of the story. They did.
No, there's more.
They have to restart society. They can't live in fear of whatever nuclear waste or something, or
they can't live in
the hill
fear
people.
of a very real physical catastrophe that killed everyone.
Yeah, they have to be brave, and they do that. So we'll see, but yeah, they're making another one of those. I hope this next one is good. It's all like one shot too, like it's one of those continuous kind of. So it's like it's a very dramatic movie, and yeah, Gerard Butler's good in it. So
nice.
He can act, but only if it's about Greenland or the thing where he does sex to the ladies. And it's like, wow, he does too much sex. You know that one where they have I don't remember the movie, but there was a poster where it was like a heart, but it was over his penis. And then the woman in it had a heart over her heart. And it's like, man, this guy.
The penis goes into the heart. That's
Brad, that's not how you should do that.
That sounds like something's going to happen in Bone Temple or something like that. It's going to be like, yeah, pretty excited for that. And speaking of, I don't know, not a whole lot of bones in this. I feel like there's probably some bones, actually.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I mean, for that yes, that's true. Speaking of man has heart over penis, we got to talk about this week's movie, Avatar: Fire and Ash, which is one of the biggest movies of the year, one of the longest movies of the year, and we're gonna talk about it. We had to look this up because it's been so long since we did like a proper IMDbing. But it turns out, if you go back to what was the Now You See Me 2 pod, which was the last one, DJ won that one. So he's currently in charge of the IMDb B as in spelling bee.
I am.
So take it away.
Yeah, no, it's great. So I was on my pod-ternity leave, but I was not idle during my pod-ternity leave. I decided that I wanted to get to the bottom of where these IMDb summaries came from. So I went myself. I found a horse. I got on a horse and I rode that horse as far as I could go to the great wildlands of Alaska. I went to that part of Alaska where like insomnia, it's daytime all the time. I guess this time of the year it's like nighttime all the time. But I had a flashlight, so it was okay. And why did I go there of all places? It was because I heard from a reliable source that people think that like the IMDb headquarters is in Hollywood, California. That's the front. The actual headquarters is in the middle of nowhere, Alaska, where the wise sage Isaac M. DeBrickashaw lives, and he founded IMDb, and he's living as like an ice cave person, not igloo, an ice cave. They're different things. Cave of ice. And the ice is preserving him. And I said, Sir Isaac M. DeBrickashaw, tell me, where your amazing company that I love so much gets their summaries. And he had a low voice and he told me, and he said that the reason why that their headquarters is in Alaska is because the IMDb summaries come from hyper intelligent seals that only live in that specific part of Alaska. These hyper intelligent seals are able to watch movies and bark back the summaries. Now, what makes the seal so special is they are able to watch the movies at 200x speed and still see the entirety of the movie.
200x? Hold on.
Oh.
What is that, like 1 minute per movie or something like that?
Yeah,
that's incredible.
They zipped the movie so they can watch 30 movies a day or whatever. And they retain all of it. They can give the summaries out. So IMDb had to think, I have all of these movies, and how do I get their summaries to the people? And they do use these hyper intelligent seals. So
cool.
I have the amazing summary, and it was barked to me because I went there. I was like, seal, bark me the summary, and it did, and I understood it. I speak seal. That's actually the trickier part, is getting humans who understand seal. That's a more intensive process to get these summaries. It's pretty incredible.
Okay, Heidi Klum.
Yeah,
she's married to seal for a little bit. Yeah,
she knows what that's about.
She can speak to seal.
They put a lot of effort into it. So I have it here, and I will say that because it's a long movie, and even though the seal had to watch it 200x,
seal,
which I guess is 20 minutes. It's a little bit on the longer side, and it is incorporating like a lot of things into the movie, but still keeping it pretty high level.
Oh my god!
But yeah, it's they're trying to put a lot in there. So good luck, guys. I definitely should have thought of a tiebreaker, except I didn't know that I was the winner. So maybe I'll we'll figure it out. Someone should definitely just win.
That'd be
so
cool.
Yeah, Diggins lost last time because he did the summary for Now You See Me 2 or whatever.
Well,
so Diggins, you get to decide, how you want to tackle this.
Seeing as how I have no idea what I'm going to say, I'm going to say Nando should go first.
Oof, okay. All right. This is going to take a second.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Actually, I have been thinking about this today in kind of preparation without even knowing if it's going to be me or not, because I was so scared about this specific summary. Let's say Jake, Neytiri, and their family are recovering from the attack on whatever. I don't even know. What is it? The fucking boat? I don't know. Are recovering from the boat attack. Let's say are recovering from the humans attack. When the humans comfort them, the Sullys must make a decision to flee from the place, from water. And on their journey, they encounter a dangerous new tribe of Na'vi who threaten to destroy them. Okay, period. Then we have another sentence. Spider gets a wonderful surprise that makes him the subject of his father, General Quaritch's, I don't know, like ire, or like, ire is not the right word, makes him the subject of General Quaritch's interest, and the Sullys need to defend themselves from the Fire Clan and the army in the last battle for Pandora or something. All right.
All right, Diggins.
All right. Shortly after the events of the previous film, Jake Sully and his family try to settle back into life among the Matiri. That's not quite it. It's like Macquarie. I don't know. But a new threat arises. A fire-wielding tribe of Na'vi who spurn Ewa. And the RDA has not given up its pursuit of Jake or Pandora's resources. Meanwhile, an effort to help save Spider unlocks a secret that could prove disastrous for all of Pandora.
Man, this movie. What a summary. What a bunch of summaries we did.
All right, you guys are killing me here. I kind of have a winner, but not really. But I have enough of a tiebreaker within the summary that I think this is something. And it's time to Discord message, baby. Pop fire open your Discords or like text you, whatever. It doesn't matter how we do this. But I want you to give me the name of the tribe leader of the Ash people.
Oh, Nando is screwed.
Yeah, impossible. There's no fucking way. Diggins, you can win if you can type it.
Give you the name of my girlfriend, DJ? Absolutely.
Fine, go ahead, Diggins.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, you did? Yeah. All right. Well, say it because
Varang.
Yeah. Okay. So she gets name dropped in the summary. So,
oh wow,
Diggins, you just had to. You would have won outright if you just put her in there. Just sort of slid your girlfriend.
Listen, if I could slide into those DMs, then I would definitely be a winner. That's all I'm saying.
All right. I think that's point to Diggins. Okay. Number 2. There is a definitive time frame that I don't think it's explicitly stated in the movie, but what the time distance is from Way of Water, the end of the attack, to this movie. I want you guys to type Discord me what that is.
Let's see. I'm gonna think about this for a second because like there's a couple of, but not that many changes.
All right, I got Diggins's.
I just tossed one off there. This is a total guess.
Let's see.
And I just will say we're doing best 2 out of 3. So Diggins, if you get this, is home run ball, game over. Let's go.
I'm gonna say. I mean, everybody looks exactly the same as they did in the last movie, so it can't be that long, right? I gave you something.
All right. Well, it's a good day to be in love with the Fire Chief Priestess.
Yes.
And I guess Diggins is lucky that he is sick and doesn't have to summarize this movie.
Yes.
Diggins, you are the winner. Diggins, you gave me a time of 2 months. Nando gave me 3 months. It's only 3 weeks, apparently.
Yeah, it felt short.
Right around the corner.
I mean, nothing. Everybody looks the same. Like I was saying, like nobody grows. So even their hairstyles are the same. So it is. But yeah, I don't remember that being in the movie, but also I was probably asleep.
Yeah. and then,
well, we'll see.
My third question was going to be, just in case anyone was curious, and I have no way to know if this is true, but it's on the IMDb trivia section is, so there's a scene where Quaritch throws a burger to Spider. I was gonna ask you guys what the burger's made out of.
What?
What
okay.
that burger is made of.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a McDonald's burger.
I guess it's not cows. It's not like they brought cows.
Yeah.
Right. I guess I would have said whale meat or something. Like, they probably have a lot of that.
I would say probably those flying little bird things that the Na'vi fly on.
Are the whales the Tulkun?
The Tulkun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Nando was right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe they would eat such majestic creatures.
I can't believe
Icon will not take this lying down.
Well, it doesn't matter, Diggins, because you won anyway. So,
what was the summary?
Oh yeah, I definitely should give that out. So you guys were like both kind of there. So yeah, let me read this. Jake and Natiri's family grapples with grief, encountering a new aggressive Na'vi tribe, the Ash People, who are led by the fiery Varang. As the conflict on Pandora escalates and a new moral focus emerges. So,
sorry, what?
That's not that long.
I guess that's the Spider part, I assume. The new moral focus. It's like,
I guess.
Yeah, like whether to do the thing that they keep
or not,
getting close to doing. Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's again, I guess it's not. It's just like seems long. But you guys were both kind of there. You both said tribe. I'm telling you, if one of you said Varang, that would have been signed, sealed, delivered.
I'm always saying it in my heart.
I mean, I feel like my intro was pretty close. I had Jake and Natiri.
I had you edge. I know, but like not enough to, and over. Blame Diggins for hearing you and copying you enough.
Yeah, I feel like there should be, and I'm thinking about this now from the perspective of someone who just lost. But I think the person who goes I think part of the game, the calculation should be the person that goes first wins a tie if they both are the same. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Because I feel like we need a disincentive for not going first. And I feel like this is kind of like kicking in football. And but they could score and then you're fucked.
So tie goes to the first person. Okay.
If it's a tie on just like the pure summary,
right. If no one got it, then no one got it. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I think
new year, new rules. I could.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what the podcast people think, but I think that could be helpful in the future.
Yeah, I have felt that. Yeah, okay. Well, Diggins is sick, so.
I'm sick of this movie, so I don't get to be sick too.
I didn't know he was smitten with the fire lady. My God,
of course he was. Listen, Diggins also like the whale from the other movie, so I feel like.
But yet when the conversation shifts over to Scoresby, Nando, that's when you will be showing your true colors.
I mean, my colors will be different, I think, than they were previously. We'll get to it, but don't expect too much colors from me this time around. Anyway, so Diggins has the winner. You get to say what you thought of Avatar, Fire, and Ash.
Yeah.
First. We all get to say it eventually, but you go first.
But I get the privileged position to say my thoughts before everyone else. I thought this movie was okay. Now, I want to be clear about that in relative terms. I think Avatar 1 and Avatar 2 are good. They're not great. They didn't blow me away. They're not my favorite movies ever. But I think they're good, competently made movies with genuinely excellent effects. And so we make our jokes about oh, no one cares about Avatar really, but I watched the movie and I'm like, it's a good movie. I'm glad I saw it. This, I think, is definitely the worst one. In that instead of being good, it's just okay. And I think the big problem for me with this one is it's kind of just the second movie again.
Yeah.
To the point where the climax is literally just what if we brought a second boat to the same place and had a big fight again?
What if
we
they did that?
Apparently 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And,
what if Quaritch was a guy who wanted to get a guy back, so he threatened and stole the child? What if he did that? Can you imagine? We can't even believe it.
Yeah, so it's it just feels like it's kind of retreading the same ground, which is unfortunate because it does do some interesting new things. For one thing, the Ash people, the atheists of the Pandora, who are like, where is your Awa now? Who write the Awa delusion?
Where is their Awa now? Good points.
I think if they had actually been a big part of this movie and sort of like the main antagonistic force, I think that could have been interesting and resulted in a movie that would have been fun. But they're not really that. They sort of show up early on, and then Quaritch sort of like bursts through the screen and is like, haha, surprise fuckers, it's actually just me again. These guys, they're my guys, and I'm the villain. Haha. And you're like, okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. You're a fine villain, but it's sort of been you every time. Could it be someone else? And he's like, no.
Correct.
So yeah, it just, as the movie goes on and it just does more and more like just being the second movie again, I sort of realized like, oh, this really just isn't doing anything new. I got less and less interested. So like, even though again, like I think the effects are really cool, I think they look great, and there's cool action stuff happening on screen that could be catching my interest. Like, because it's all just stuff we've done before, I stopped caring too much about it, because at the end of the day, it's like, well, then this movie's over. We're pretty much back at where we started. Like, a couple things have changed and that's about it. So yeah, it's disappointing to me because, like, and people have always criticized these movies for being like very derivative and, following basic tropes, etc. And I think that's fine. I think the problem here is that it's reiterating things that the series has already done. And when it starts doing that, then it's like, well, then there's truly nothing original here at all. There's nothing new here for me to care about. So, like, why would I?
Because that's why.
Because blue people.
So.
Yeah.
Because your boy Diggins.
Because I have the disease, or I have that mental condition where I'm so sad that Earth can't be as beautiful as Pandora.
Oh, is that a real thing?
Apparently.
Oof.
You wish you had the ability to talk to cool whales or whatever.
If I could talk to the Tulkun, and to my boy Paya Khan, you best believe I would be doing that all day, TJ.
I know.
Would Paya Khan be cool with that? Like, I feel like all day is a lot for Paya Khan.
That's true.
Okay, maybe not all day, literally, but I would be his brother, in whatever the whole relationship there is supposed to be with these guys. But yeah, that's my feelings on it. It's like it's too retreading ground the series has already covered and doing things the second movie already did, to the point of feelingless. But on a basic level, not like horrible, just feeling redundant. What about you, Nando? What did you think of Avatar: Fire and Ash?
Oh, it stinks. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good movie. I think it's boring and long, and it looks cool, but also it looks weird in this one for reasons we'll get to, I'm sure. And also, yeah, like all those things you were saying about the avatars, mixed with my main complaint about the avatars, which is they look stupid. And I don't know if this has always been an opinion I have held. I think I've always thought they looked stupid, but like, I cannot take them seriously. I just can't. Like, I think that is one of my main problems with it, is their little noses and their big old eyes just look silly to me. There's sometimes when it works, but a lot of them were casual kind of acting conversation moments. I felt like if we focused on one of them for too long, I couldn't not see it. That being said, I think all the performances are fine. I think that I think this movie is very long. It's mostly the other movies, mostly the first movie or second movie. It does a lot of stuff. Like, there's a lot of points where you're like, oh, these guys are like, we'll see in the summary. It covers a lot of ground, but also, yeah, like not like stuff happens, but like the status quo is changed, but very little is like actually changed in an interesting way. And it's interesting now looking back because it seems like this was originally planned to be 3 of 5, but now James Cameron might be like, this is the last one. And that's interesting because I like, it's a weird ending considering they just did the other movie again. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's like one new character and she's cool, I guess. One of the characters is given one of the worst subplots I feel like I can imagine, and it's the character that's the worst. So we'll get to them. But overall, I didn't really like it. Yeah.
There's so many different things I feel like that could mean that I'm actually unsure what you mean.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Well, it'll definitely come up. My disdain for this character and everything they do will come up in the movie summary, I'm sure. But that's really it. Like, I feel like adding a new guys, adding the Ash people should have been cool and should have been like a pretty cool, because like added the water people and you get like, the whales and all kinds of water animals, and it's like, whoa, that's new animals, new parts of Pandora. But we didn't see any. They have slightly different birds, but there's no like fire animals they have, or like kind of lava biome that they live in that's cool and different. They're just really like kind of edgy or regular Na'vi. But also, this movie forgot about all the wildlife on Pandora, because that was an interesting part of the first movie that was just like a big rhino with a big forehead or whatever. And like, I feel like we get none of that in this movie, which is very strange considering how much of this movie took place in the jungle, as opposed to the beach. But yeah, didn't like it. Definitely the worst of these. Trying its best, but I'd be fine with no more if this is. I think James Cameron knows what he's doing, so I don't think he'd make this again for the fourth one. Like, I think his fourth one probably is something different, but I don't know. They need to do something pretty big, and like, I think that would be potentially either bringing a lot of more people to Pandora, or bringing the Na'vi to Earth. And then it's like, is that a movie that he would even want to make? Because he loves all this shit with the forest and stuff. But I could see something being kind of fun there. But yeah, I even remember watching this trailer. Like, I think you could I saw someone say this online, so I don't want to fully take credit for this, but I saw someone say, like, you could easily take screenshots from the trailer, this and the Avatar Way of Water movie, and just ask someone who even has seen both, which one is this from? And they'd never know. Like, so many of these scenes are so similar. But yeah, anyway, not my favorite one. DJ, what about you?
I loved wanting to go see it. No, I know. I wish I could have been the Descent voice. I think the biggest problem is to not like go to say to say the same thing that you guys said. Diggins is trolling me on Discord.
What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
Are you doing it? Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Oh my god.
So DJ, I don't know how much you listened to the Zootopia 2 episode, but Nando and I did something in that one to each other, and we didn't want you to feel left out.
Oh, thanks. God. Oh my god. Well, I appreciate you. Thanks, man. As I look it up. For those, I don't even know how to
why don't you describe to the listeners what's happening to you right now?
Well, the first one is like a Na'vi putting like a little dream catcher on a girl, but it's very sensual.
And that girl is a Na'vi girl, I assume, right?
And no, it's a girl, obviously.
Oh, hell yeah.
But then, unfortunately, the second one is a Na'vi just hugging those little like dragon guys they ride, but again, in a very sensual manner, and holding the face specifically. Yeah.
I don't know, DJ. Maybe you're bringing your own biases to that. Maybe you just think Na'vi are so sensual that to you any pose of theirs looks sensual.
You're right. That's my bad. The first one, those fucking bedroom eyes. Jeez. Okay. So to not repeat and what you guys said, which I really agree with what you said, Diggins. Like, I like the look, but the longer it went on, and I'm like, there's nothing new here, and it's 3 hours. Stop it. I'm not enjoying this. At least it's to Navi this time, I guess. So I guess that's a. Where are you getting this? Okay.
I'll let Nando look for some.
DJ, I have an important message. You should check your Discord.
No.
I found some good ones.
The human Navi ones, I can't do it. Oh my god, he's just sucking on his ear. Okay.
Yeah. This is the way. That's what AWA wants.
Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be a good pod. Okay. The gap between like the first and second movie, what I think made the second movie really good, because I really did enjoy The Way of Water. It moved the franchise significantly, right? So it's like all the people left and only these people remained, and here's our family, and it's Chicken and Tyrion and the kids, and and here's Spider, right? All of this stuff that gave a lot more meat on the bone to tell a story, and then we have to go be with fish people. This movie really is like Avatar: The Way of Water Part 2, but it's also just like the first movie, like you guys said. So, and the toughest part for me was, I don't know, slight spoiler to make a point, if you're gonna see it, jump ahead. But like the oldest Sully kid who's still alive is like, and then my dad once again rallied the tribes for a big old fight, and I'm like, come on, we can't do this again. This was surely something different. Is now this oldest son gonna die? Like, come on.
Ooh.
So I'm just waiting for more. I'm just waiting for the boop of my Discord to ping.
It's harder to find these than you would expect.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it turns out the Zootopia Judy and Nick was way easier than this.
Okay.
Um,
I can do it though. Don't get me wrong. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, AI's the thing. They can just do it for you.
Oh, never. I would never.
No, you would never, right?
James would. James Cameron would, but I wouldn't.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just not enough there to justify the length and for like all of the asides. Like, there's just like, nah, that one's creepy. She's gonna eat that lady's head. Or that guy's head.
Yeah, she might.
God. I like how
that AWA wants, so AWA must have it.
What AWA wants, AWA gets.
The comments good too. So belaboring the point. I didn't love it. I gotta tell you, like, initially after Way of Water, I'm like, yeah, I can do more of these. I don't know that I can do 2 more of these. I know James Cameron's like, it's gonna be totally different, but like, I don't know. We need to focus on like new people for that to be the case. Like, we're good with the Sullys, right? And
that would be interesting. Just pick a new group of guys.
Yeah,
because
they
presumably they exist.
Yeah, they should have taken the Spider plot forward more, but we'll talk about that more.
Or if it had been like what it seems like it's going to be at the start of the movie,
right?
The first 30 minutes of the movie is they're going to go bring Spider somewhere else, and because of that, they end up like marooned in Ash People country. And so they have to like go through Ash People country and like they're being evil and like doing their own stuff and all that. If that had been the movie instead of the first 30 minutes of the movie, I think that could have been interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
But here we are.
And I think they have interesting ideas with like, the whole like the spider thing. That's like an idea. And that could motivate some changes and like some, I don't know, like it could but yeah, it just gets everybody doing what they were doing before, but more, but not even that much more really. And yeah, it's pretty weird.
I think you're right, Nando. I think we need to get to a point where the Na'vi go to Earth and like invade, right? Like, we need to totally flip this shit on its head. But the problem is we can't, because James Cameron will only do Pandora. I don't think he'll do Earth. Because doesn't Earth suck also?
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing. It wouldn't be a fun movie to watch because it's all polluted and stuff. But I think having them be at war is like where you kind of go with one of these. And if a movie like this, spoilers for kind of how this ends with something really dramatic or something, you'd be like, oh, they have to now go to Earth to do whatever. Like, but it doesn't. So
yeah,
there's no, but like, yeah, I can see a world where that is the movie that this is. And then, and that could be cool, kind of like it could be setting it up in an interesting way, but yeah, I just don't think it is.
They can't run this back again. I mean, they're lucky it did well box office wise, but they can't do. Okay, well, why are you sending me the Zootopia ones now? That's
ran out of Avatar ones.
I'm sure there is an endless well of Judy and Nick ones. And
you have no idea. There's
DJ, yeah, it never ends.
I'm sure many of them are NSFW. But I miss the Zootopia 2 pod.
I mean, we should probably like show these to people eventually, just so people can see what they are. But I think the mystery is kind of fun. Let us know if you love or hate the mystery of it, listeners, and we'll do whatever we decide.
Listen, I'll demystify it for you, but I'm sure all you got to do is Google Judy, Hops, Nick, Wild, Sexy, or whatever. I don't like
Nick and Judy kissing. That's all I got. Avatar was much harder. Avatar or Navi sexy fan art was what I went with. I used the word Avatar originally, but that gave me a lot of the other one, which was not helpful.
Sort of arcane with Navi like kissing and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Nando decided to give me a nice smorgasbord. The first one was just the characters from Zootopia straight up. The second one was their, I guess, human personified versions. Like Judy's just like a human with ears, and then Nick is the like a boy with fox ears. So that's one. And then we went the other way where it's like they're more animal, like they're less like animated. And it's like, what about like a rabbit and a fox? I guess not actually, but you know.
Well, like, yeah, it's interesting. This is like, there's other movies that I think would draw their animals like this, but this is not what they do in these. So I don't know.
That last one's AI, Nando. Don't you dare.
Is it? Oh yeah, it probably is.
That's an AI Navi.
Yeah. Those abs though. He makes the other Navi look like little wimps.
Oh my God. Oh God. Okay. Well, I'm done. So yeah. I think that brings us back to you, Nando.
Okay, God. All right, here we go. Let me get a timer. I have to get a timer out because that's how we do this.
I don't think it's possible to summarize this movie in 15 minutes.
I know. And you suggested potentially being 20 minutes, but also I don't even think that'll be
enough time. Yeah. So do we go back to you know, I'm back. Maybe it's blast from the past. Do we go back to just the summary with the stuff in between?
No, that would be interesting.
I just think for this one, I just don't know how you summarize this movie in any succinct amount of time. There's so much that happens. Yeah, parts of your summary have to be, and then they go here and stuff happens, and then they go here and other stuff happens.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be some of that. Maybe even
the atrocious
mostly that
of splitting the party multiple times, which I just so done with.
Yeah, it does do that. It's like, could we not get them all to film together? What is this, Stranger Things? Like, they're not all busy, I don't think.
Yeah,
maybe Natiri, but not the other ones. This is like their whole thing now.
Yeah,
but maybe not. Well, you guys, it is my duty, responsibility as loser, because I didn't remember the name of the hot one or whatever.
Diggins' girlfriend.
Diggins' girlfriend, yeah. And by hot, I meant her body temperature,
her fire.
Yeah. Yeah,
she is the fire. To quote her,
she is the fire. That's right.
That's right.
And I didn't remember her name, so I lost. But I do have the honor of summarizing this movie. Now, we were curious, like, what should we do? Should we do it, you know, the old way or a new way? Because this is going to be so difficult.
It's tough.
So
yeah.
But I think I'm going to try to do it in 15 minutes. We'll do a regular 15 minutes, and we'll fill it in as we go. And I'll do my best. And then maybe
you have to at least try The Way of Water.
Yeah, exactly. We have to do it so much that it has to explode for us to stop doing it. And we haven't had like a disaster yet, but I think this might be it. So
okay,
this will be where we figure it out.
All right.
Yeah, and man, I really appreciated our reviews of Avatar, the Fire and Ash, because they were. I liked it how we reviewed it ourselves. I mean, review is like our opinions, but like they were, they were what we thought of it. Which parts we liked, which parts we didn't. And that reminds me, you guys, of a little show I was watching the other day called Joey.
Oh,
did you guys watch Joey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been. Now that you mention it.
It's weird. I hadn't watched Joey for about a month, but I decided today, like, let me pick it back up. But let me pick it back up, like, not where I left off, but where, as if time were moving forward and, like, I would watch.
So you wanted some developments. Like,
you wanted to treat it as if it was a show that was airing back in the day. You miss it after 2 weeks. You don't just get to watch those episodes. You kind of just try to figure it out.
Yep. I went real old school with it.
I'm pretty excited about this then, because I wish you had to summarize it, but it's too late. Or you don't have to.
Episode.
Nobody has to, but for people that haven't seen it, this episode is the one that I watched at least is Joey in the Review, which is
Joey and the Critic.
Critic, excuse me. Yeah. And it does not feature what's his name from that show, The Critic. I was kind of figuring maybe they'd do a little John Lovitz reference, but they don't. But it's a weird one because it's like we're back to Hollywood Joey for a little bit, which is kind of cool. I was pretty happy with this part. It's a Joey's movie is coming out now, and it's coming out to the fans. Like the fans are seeing it for the first time. Even though we did the premiere like a while ago. Like I can't remember. That was like, what, 5 episodes maybe? DJ, were you there for those?
Oh my gosh.
With the premiere with the dad?
The first one with just you and me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. A lot of time has passed, and I think that was mostly a Christmas kind of break for the people on like the show. They did some Christmas stuff. But this one now they're doing, so now we're back to movie stuff. And Joey is going to go with all of his friends to see the movie, including a character that you probably remember named Jimmy. DJ, are you familiar with Jimmy?
I'm not.
Like, he was the one that yelled a lot. Did you know him from was he in episodes you had seen? I can't remember. He must have been like 1, right?
Wait, not the dad.
The dad.
Oh, the dad. Oh, yeah. I saw the reveal with the dad, and then he disappears, and maybe was it like 1?
Yeah. So he's like a main character now. Apparently he took the spot of Zach pretty much. I was
going to say.
It's a shame.
No Zach.
No Zach, but we do get Bobby in Joey's apartment for what I think is the first time. So it was interesting to see.
I think it's like 2nd or 3rd.
Oh, okay. She's, she's cool. She's still on the show, inexplicably. And yeah, so they're going to see this movie, and it's like a big deal for Joey. But, what was I going to say? Oh, but Joey's more excited about the fact that he's getting a development like studio thing, which is within whatever company he's making this movie with. They're basically letting him create like a production studio where he can develop ideas for himself. It's not going to be more than like a couple people, but it's like his own thing, and he'll be able to hang out on the lot and potentially come up with new projects. So that's fun. Joey's excited about that. They go see the movie. And everybody loves it. It's a popular movie. But one review sticks in Joey's craw, and
it's exactly where you don't want it.
Yeah, he finds a person who reviewed it who said it stinks, and Joey's the worst actor. And then there's so many reviews from this person that just hates Joey, and Joey's like, I gotta do something about this. At the same time, and the more of the A plot, which is had a problem with this episode. If I had to say one problem is like it should be named Joey in the Development Studio, because that's like what's going on for most of the episode. But Joey realizes that Jimmy would be good. Like Jimmy's kind of in a rut, and also he could maybe be the assistant that Joey is looking for this development studio, which Joey is going to call Yes, I Am a Bird Productions, because it's the because it's the words, the name Joey Tribbiani all jumbled around, which is not, but that's a funny joke. I like that. And Jimmy's like, should I do it? I don't know if I want to do it. But Joey's like, you should do it because you work retail and you hate it and you're really bad at it. And maybe you'll be good at it. The big kind of arc of the episode is Joey wants to kind of just fuck around and scam the company, basically, which is great. I think that's terrific for him.
That's the most morally correct action he's taken in the show so far.
Absolutely. Yep. And Jimmy seems like he would want to do that because Joey knows Jimmy and they're kind of the same kind of guy. But Jimmy is too type A. So first of all, Jimmy interviews terribly, but still gets the job. But then he like starts preparing scripts for Joey and showing up early and expecting Joey to show up early. And now Joey's like, oh my God, I have to do all this shit. It sucks, man. So that's kind of the main conflict of the episode. There's another conflict of the episode, which is they need to change the water jug, which is a little bit that we do for fun in this. And Michael does it and he's not good at it because he's little and weak. But Joey is mostly obsessed with, and also Alex broke up with Dave, or what was it? Dean. Alex broke up with Dean, and now Joey's like, oh, I can move in on this, yeah. But then
so I believe a development DJ has entirely missed.
Yeah, I feel like maybe you would have seen it. Okay, well, Dean was like a very Joey-esque guy, but not in like a dirtbaggy way, just in like kind of.
He was at the Christmas party, right?
Yeah.
Right. I do remember Dean. I do remember Alex dating Dean. Okay.
So yeah, Dean and Alex have been together for a little bit. Joey and Alex have feelings. That was like a whole thing the last couple of episodes. But Dean, out of the picture, I guess. Him and Zach got shot off screen, I assume. So
they died on the way to their home planet.
Yeah. So Joey's like, oh, I can now date Alex, but Alex is like, but I need a friend. And Joey's like, okay, damn it. I thought we were good, but she's like, it's too complicated. So whatever. We don't get a ton of that in this episode. That is something that's a pretty big development of the show. So I need to mention it. So Joey goes to find this reviewer because he's like obsessed with the reviewer because they hate him so much. They even, I think they have a website about how much they hate him or something. Mm-hmm. And Joey, goes to their house because he's able to get their address, and he does. And he is, shows up and is like, hey, sir, why do you hate on my movie so much? The guy has no idea what he's talking about. But then his little 11-year-old daughter shows up and she's like, oh, it's Joey. I hate Joey. And Joey is like, okay, this is weird. Because like maybe you wouldn't like my movies, but also like, why are you doing this? Why are you so obsessed with me? What we find out is she hasn't actually watched Joey's movies, but the boy that she likes in school watches the movies, and another girl watches the movies with him or something, and that makes her hate Joey.
I think it's just that the boy sees our pal Joey on screen and he's like, oh, that guy's so cool. I want to be him.
I want to be like Joey.
And he's just like so obsessed with Joey that he doesn't pay attention to her.
Yeah. So like this guy's probably got some other stuff he's going to work out in the future that I think this little 11-year-old girl probably doesn't understand. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, I think she says at one point that he has like a poster of Joey hanging up in his locker or something. It's like, yeah, I think that kid's on his own journey.
Mm-hmm. But so Joey and this little girl have like a little face-off kind of, and he learns that like they're both kind of having trouble in love, and she's gonna go to she has made a collage for her boyfriend or potential boyfriend, and he's like, I want to do that too, and him and the little girl become friends. So he does a collage for Alex. Joey fires Jimmy because Jimmy's too much. And more importantly than that, because of how much Joey has talked about the development studio being a big scam in front of the head of the development studio, who Joey just cannot remember is ever there, or that he is that guy that he is. That whole thing seems like it's over. And that's pretty much the end of it. And they just go and kind of, Joey, the end bit is Joey chats on the phone with the little girl, about boys as if he is also in high school, which is fun, or like whatever, grade school, I guess. And that's the episode. That's a big picture stuff in the episode. Mm-hmm. What did you guys think of this one? DJ, what did you think? As a new to Joeyer, because this is your first Joey in a while.
it really feels like, oh, this is like Joey's on the rise, but I'm waiting for something to like collapse. I'm like, this can't be. Joey's not just going to be like a big famous movie star who everyone loves. So there's that. There is this part, man. They took the stuff with the little girl too far. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he's in her bedroom and they hug and the dad walks in. This dad's like some kind of like a well-meaning idiot. And he's like, hey, you two seem like having a good time. I'm gonna make some hot cocoa. And I'm like, fuck, this is like,
I will say,
not good.
I think as a construction of a joke, like the fact that this dad's so okay with all this was funny. Pretty poorly timed for our news cycle for this when we're watching this.
I mean, we've talked about whether Joey would or would not have gone to a certain island, and I think this is pretty definitive proof that Joey would go, but for reasons that we don't, he doesn't understand and totally miss what's going on at the island. But Joey is able to have fun with pretty much anyone. Like he's so relatable and cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that bit was, I thought that bit was quite funny. And I liked that the show kept doing it. Like they kept bringing it up where it wasn't just that like the dad was really oblivious and like we, the audience, were like, it's crazy that Joey's talking to this little girl. There was like stuff that Joey was like, and then I want to get Alex, I want to kiss her. And then I want to, hey, you're 11, right? Okay, never mind. And then kind of moved on. So the show kind of understood how silly it was. But yeah, I thought he was pretty, I thought that part was pretty funny. The little girl was pretty good. She's, I looked her up because I was curious. Mostly I was curious about the dad because I was like, is this guy somebody we've seen before? And he is. He's been in other episodes of Joey as a different character. Yeah, he seems to be like kind of just like one of their guys who they, and I don't remember the other characters, but he was a couple of them.
Are we certain that they're different characters? They can't all be this guy?
I mean, they have different names on the IMDb's of Joey. So yeah, they do. But I forget I can't remember what the thing that the daughter was in, but I was like, this seems like a show kid, like a very, like little Hollywood, and it's been like 20 years. So like, is this someone famous? And it's not like Sydney Sweeney or something, but I'm going to look this up because I was a little curious. What'd you guys think of the Jimmy plot?
Interesting. It's almost like they want to get rid of Jimmy. It's like, get him the fuck out of here. We're going to make him crazy. And then, I don't know.
Jimmy's always been crazy.
Yeah,
but
Jimmy's
can he
like
keep
that.
hanging around after this incident? I guess it's the part that I'm...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, he has to because it's still what's his name's dad.
Yeah, true.
That's pretty important.
He and Gina are still back together.
And yeah, that's true. He could ghost him again.
No, never.
Oh yeah, so I looked it up. The little girl is named where did it go? Allison Stoner plays a character named Isabella on Phineas and Ferb, and it seems like she's like one of the main characters of it.
Oh yeah, that's a no. That's the like Girl Scout friend.
Yes.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's who that is. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Jimmy will survive this because Dave had much more severe. I feel like that's the thing with Jimmy is he comes on real hot and then he'll show up next week and be like, hey, Joe, sorry about that or something.
I see.
And they'll just kind of move on.
He's eternal.
We did. Now I'm realizing I forgot to mention, we did get a little bit of Joeyism in here. If you catch my drift, because at one point Michael and Gina are at home and Jimmy calls Michael and asks, what Gina is wearing, and Michael says it, and then he asks something else of Michael, and Michael says, I don't want to ask her, but I'm pretty sure the answer is yes, she's down to go or something like that, and she's very proud that he did recognize that. So a little weird, family sexual energy. But yeah, what did you think, Diggins? What were your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I feel like it's just an extension of sort of our bigger problem with late season 2 Joey, where it's like the individual bits are good. There's like funny jokes, but just sort of like the larger plot lines are kind of stagnant and uninteresting.
Yeah.
So it's like either don't reference them at all or like do something with them. I don't need Joey to be like pining after Alex for like an eighth of the runtime, but that doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, they love that plot line, and it's a shame because it's boring. But like they have chemistry, and like I like having her as part of the, the crew. But I kind of wish that we had to do a like hard reset on their relationship after some sort of like moment where they're both like, I guess we're probably not going to get together, and then we could move on from this because it's just not interesting. And I feel like every week I'm like, oh wait, they're not dating? I thought they were dating already. And it's like, no, they're not. It doesn't count. Yeah, I agree. But I will say, I think the bits in this episode were much funnier than they usually are. This episode, besides the dad who isn't, who had, implicitly trusts Joey, and stuff, you also get some really fun bits with Jimmy being like Hollywood super agent who has like all the plans, including like an insane line that I loved. Do you know what I'm talking about, Diggins? Or can you feel that one coming up?
Remind me.
I don't remember exactly how this joke goes. I know the end of it, but it's basically someone's like, he's like, I got a movie idea for you, Joey. It's going to make you $1 billion. And Joey's like, what are you, crazy? And he's like, like, we can't do that. And he's like, don't worry. It's easy. All we need is a studio lot and 15 actors and a democratic Iran. And then, I love that line. And I think he's really I think this actor is very good when he's not fighting with Gina. Is I don't really love his energy with Gina, but I think in a lot of these other situations, he's very funny.
And you know what? He's basically describing Argo, which was a pretty successful movie.
That's true. Exactly. Yeah, we like that. And then the other thing I loved in this episode was, and she only had a couple bits, but Bobby was very funny. One of my other favorite Joey jokes, probably, as far as like I can remember at least, is when Bobby goes to Joey's office for the first time, and she's like, oh my God, you have a beautiful office. It just needs one thing. And then she opens the curtains to reveal a giant kind of futuristic suit of armor. And she goes, oh, you already have one. And I love that joke. Like such a good kind of she's silly, he's silly, isn't Hollywood crazy? Like, I also feel like this is one of the only episodes where both of the plot lines, if you don't count the Alex plot line, involved like Hollywood stuff. So I've been asking Joey to do that for quite a while. And I came out of this one pretty pleased. But it will be over soon, so can't really get too excited about it.
Only 3 left.
I know. And I think I even watched forward 1 or 2. I haven't watched the finale yet because I'm like, I gotta save that. But I've watched at least 1 in the future, and it's it's fun. It's good stuff. But yeah, it's an incredible show, and I just can't believe we're getting so close to being done with it. By being done with it, I mean we're all watching it at the same time and just kind of keep ending up talking about it.
Mm-hmm. Of course. What else could you mean?
I mean, the only thing I could do, and is what I'm going to have to do next, which is summarize the movie, because I forgot that was exactly what I was about to do. All right, you guys, it is the time where I have to do the impossible, which is recap the plot of Avatar 3: The Fire and Ash. This one was originally called The Seed Bearer. You guys remember that?
Oh, no.
Huh.
They said what the original titles of these were, and then they changed them. But yeah, that was what it was going to be. I guess
we did water, we did fire, so next will be wind, earth.
Wind, I guess. Yeah, I feel like the first one's kind of earth. They're like the kind of default, but also like I feel like we kind of we jump over wind in this one enough that
we kind of saw the wind guys.
Yeah, they're all dead. I think. Anyway, we'll get to it.
There's some more commerce on for the Na'vi on Pandora. That's it.
And also, like the wind guys are like it's like, what do you got? Like balloons? Okay, well, everyone on this planet can fly with their little dragon, so you really don't have that exciting of a world.
Yeah.
But then, what was I gonna say? I could see how this was the seed bearer, like as the main plot point of this movie is kind of about someone kind of, bearing a seed, kind of. It's like, I get where he was going.
I see how you got there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see how you got there.
All right. So Nando, I did the math, and you just have to make sure that every minute of you talking equals 13 minutes of in-movie time.
Oh, God.
Man, that's actually pretty helpful. I feel like this movie...
Why exactly is it helpful, Nando? Break it down why exactly it's helpful.
Because I watch movies in 13-minute increments. Like every 13 minutes, my brain resets and goes, what's going on now? And then I remember.
Right. Because you were permanently rewired by Quibi. And
Quibi.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, so this would be 15 quibs. That's a lot.
Maybe it could, though.
Pretty cool to see it in vertical and horizontal.
Because think if they imagine if they were like, we're going to release Avatar as a Quibi exclusive. We're going to be one episode a week. It would take like 4 months to release Avatar. And I think there might have been something there.
Yeah. That's true. That would have been an event. Like,
yeah.
If it wasn't gonna hit, it would have had to have hit by then. Because just that's such a rollout. It's like how they keep making new Avengers trailers, because apparently now there's a 5th and maybe 6th one. That are just like being classified in like other countries. I don't know if they'll actually.
Since we recorded, we recorded this episode, they added 2 more or 1 more.
In
whatever.
the few hours since we started recording, they added 2 more.
We don't even know what they are, but they may have them. So that's really exciting. But all right, I'm gonna get started. I got 15 minutes. I'm ready to do this. I think we've said this before. Like I can't remember. We may have said it in this podcast already because, like I said, we've been doing it for only the today that it is. People have been like, oh, are you going to stop doing the 15 minutes thing? And it's like, well, I don't know if it's quite failed. I think it's like been fine, but if it is going to catastrophically fail, it's going to be in one of these movies. And then that will be like how we know maybe it has to die. So this might be a sacrifice on the altar of Awa to like, bring back the old one. But, yeah. So anyway, all right, I'm going to start. All right. And feel free to interrupt if you have interruptions and stuff. I feel like there's probably going to be some, but try to keep them. Try to keep them quick, I guess, is my save your riffs for the wheel. But yes, here we go. Starting up in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so like we said, this starts a couple weeks after the last Avatar movie. The brother is still dead. That was the big thing of the last movie. The oldest brother, I think, and everybody's really sad about it. The youngest brother is like kind of communing with Awa, which is something you could do, and like you can go and just talk to him. And then Neytiri is the other character who seems to have taken this very hard. She's like in mourning, and specifically hates Spider, their human child who they've kind of adopted, because they had to choose Spider over him, kind of, not really, but like Spider is also just like, she never liked him. Jake is like throwing himself into work, trying to get weapons so he can fight the bad guys. And they're still living with the Water Clan, even though they did a big war against the humans last time, the Water Clan, and then just like was done. And you're like, well, they can't go home because when the humans come back, they're going to just get them. But they did do that. And the humans, for their credit, are just like, we have to go kill them now. So you got Quaritch, you got the Edie Falco, and you got Scoresby now with 1 arm. Also, Jermaine Clement is technically in this movie, and Giovanni Ribisi is back. They're all standing around in a room together, going, "We got to kill all the guys." And they're kind of like, Quaritch, you're not good at this anymore. And Quaritch is like, fuck you, I'm going to do it anyway. Clearly, he just wants to get his son back. But also, he's like, you hired me to kill Jake Sully, so that's what I'm going to do, or whatever. The other thing that's happening in this movie at the beginning is Awa has severed its connection with Sigourney Weaver child, and she is like kind of bummed about it, and she's not quite sure what's the deal with that. And she's kind of got a thing for Spider. We'll get to it. But they're like being real flirtier than I remember from the last movie. Okay, so then Quaritch decides to go kill them all, like they said. And the water people hear about this, and they're like, all right, well, you do have to leave. Like, we got to do something about this, because otherwise they're going to kill us. And Jake is like, all right, well, listen, I want to figure this out because I do want you all to live, but also like, I get it. And specifically they're like, we have to get rid of Spider because he's fucked. And because specifically, partially it's because Quaritch probably wants it, but also it's like he can't breathe Navi air or like Pandora air, so he has to use this little breathing mask that they keep malfunctioning mysteriously. And Natira's over there in the corner looking at him and going, "Oh well, we got to do something about this, Spider. You're in real danger here." So they're like, "We'll send you to the little base where all the main characters or like side characters from the first movie who are still alive live," and that was pretty safe, I guess, for some reason. But they're all the kids are like, "No, don't send away Spider. We want to have sex with Spider, and also we like him." So then they are like, "All right, well, listen, we'll all go see Spider away, and we'll have to take a big voyage with the air people, which is like a big deal because they're like the merchants of these guys. I don't know what their money is or any of that shit, but who cares? And they have the big hot air balloons, the bones of their money. Yeah, the blimps show up, and then everybody gets in the blimp and flies away. This is where I think Quaritch makes an attack, but also we're introduced to the Ash clan, which is led by the one from Game of Thrones, who gets red weddinged. And she is like, they're like kind of like they're the meanest of the tribes. They love fire. They love setting themselves on fire, and they blow up all the balloons and kill everybody. Everybody's separated. Naturi's almost killed. She survives. The Jake and the kids are like kind of almost killed, but they survive. And Quaritch is there, and they're all kind of fucked. But then Quaritch and them have to team up to save the kids, Quaritch and Jake, because this is one of the, I'd say the first of 3 times in this movie where Quaritch is like, "Listen, Jake, me and you don't get along, but we gotta be friends for the kids." And that kind of works for Jake, but he's like, "I don't trust you," whatever.
Big divorced couple energy.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very divorced couple. So the other kids are doing stuff. The big development here, Spider, they were trying to get his little mask before they exploded, but then they couldn't, so they're out of Spider masks. So he's just like dying, and that's why they're like, "We have to go back to the wreckage of this ship so we can find your mask." And that's what puts the kids in danger. They don't do that, like they don't find it, but is it Kiri? Is that her name?
Yes.
Kiri, the one Sigourney Weaver, communes with Awa and doesn't commune with Awa because she's cut off from Awa, but uses like Awa magic and takes one of those little like kind of jellyfish from before and puts it in Spider's mouth, and then some roots coming like kind of cover him and also like go into his mouth. And that is like some sort of like transfusion or, whatever. His body has changed, so now he can breathe the air on Pandora, and he's just like a regular Pandoran. This is like the plot point that really kind of shifts everything, because once they find out that this is a thing, they're like, "Oh, if we get this kid, we can use him to bring everybody here, and we can figure out what this is, and then do that to everybody." I don't remember exactly what happens, but I'm pretty sure Jake gets captured. Yes, Jake, right? Once they like fight the Ash clan and stuff, they all get captured, and Ash Lady finds Quaritch's gun. She's like, "Oh, this is sexy," and Quaritch is like, "Okay," and then they leave because they use Awa magic again to attack them with plants. And then but Jake gets captured by the bad guy team. Oh no! Before this,
not yet.
Yeah. You're right. Quaritch is going to align with the fire people because he goes to their volcano lair and he's like, "I can use them to get to Jake and stuff." And also like, I don't know, he really is just attracted to what's her name, which I get, because he has like an avatar penis now or whatever. So like,
we all are like, that makes perfect sense. You don't have to explain it to us, Quaritch.
Exactly. And we
were all thinking it.
And she's like kind of like I said, she's like a dangerous, like kind of, I don't know, just wants to fuck shit up kind of character. It's weird. Their whole thing is they don't connect to Awa and kind of like don't believe Awa exists or wants to protect the Na'vi, because they're like, "Oh, where's your fucking Awa?" They're like, atheists of this movie. So he brings them a lot of guns. First of all, he goes to them and he's like, "I want to help you," and they're like, "Fuck you," and then he shoots a bunch of them from far away, and he's like, "See," and they're like, "Oh, we want to get your Sky Thunder or whatever." So he's like, "I'll give it to you, but you have to help me kill Jake Sully and get all that shit done." So then that's where their alliance starts. They do drugs together, and then him and her kind of fuck or whatever. There's like they become a thing. At that same time, I think Neytiri is taken back by her dragon to home base, like the home base where they were trying to go. They heal her. They find out about Spider, and they're like, "Oh, we got to figure out the Spider thing because this is really bad. You can't let the people get him." I cannot remember what happens, but eventually Jake gets captured by the bad guys. Is there
he has to give himself up because there is a big conflict between the water people and the military.
Yeah, because they go back to the water place because they're like, well, now that Spider can breathe, we can't just leave him here because the RDA people know that this exists.
Right. So then, Quaritch comes and does the, like, I'll blow up everything and burn all their stuff down. And he makes the deal. So they take Jake and Spider and then go back to the base. They do tests on Spider and stuff, try to figure his thing out. They're going to execute Jake. The military people are not cool with this because Quaritch has gone real over the line here, but Quaritch is like, well, fuck you. I'm going to tell him you saved him, or you captured him. And either you have to be like, yeah, but we did it the wrong way, or you have to go with it. And they that works. Neytiri comes to rescue Jake and Spider and does, by pretending to be an ash person, but then also having arrows, which you saw earlier with grenades on them, and blows up everything. She safely gets the two of them out, but then, because she's been like, we got to kill Spider, and Jake's like, no, he's her son. But after Jake has this experience, it's like, we do have to kill Spider though. And she's like, okay. And then Jake goes and almost does it, but then Neytiri feels bad about it because there's red on her hands. Because she had red on her body. I know. Yeah, exactly.
It's like the metaphor.
What could that mean? Yeah. And then the sun shines on Benoit Blanc or whatever. But she red on her hands. She goes to stop him, but Jake has already also decided not to kill him because they love him. He's their son or whatever. He's their, ward. So then they're like, okay, well, we're probably going to have to fight these guys again because that's how these movies tend to end. And they're killing the whales because the whales, and I forgot about all this shit. The son that survived from the beginning of the movie, has now we have to Moak. Yeah. He's like, we have to go save, what's his name? Payakan, because Payakan is getting, kicked out of the Tolkien clan because of the war he did before and how sweet he was. And they're like, but we can't because they're like guys. They have their own rules. And he's like, fuck their rules. I'm going to go tell Payakan to not be outcast anymore and just go do shit. We're going to go to their little, I don't know, court and argue that he should be able to be in charge and they should all start fighting with us. They successfully do that. There's a lot of communing with Payakan and stuff. At the same time, Scoresby and those guys are still trying to get more of the whales because that's the new thing is they want to get this goo that's
the
in the whales.
immortality juice in the whale brains.
That's right. And it is working. They're still able to do this. But they find out that there's a big whale, I think it's a mating and birthing, some sort of ritual thing that takes place at a specific area, specific time. And if the army is able to get there, they'll kill all the whales and get all their shit. And that's very bad. So they convince Payakan to help. And then the kid kind of becomes the leader of the whale. He becomes what Jake is with the dragons, but of the whales. By the way, Jake goes back and gets this big dragon again, because now he said it's change of heart. And he's like, I'm going to be the coolest badass, whatever his name, Tomak Torah or something like that.
Toruk Makto.
Torah Makto. So he's going to be that. Jake then they have a big fight. It's exactly the same as the last one. Quaritch manages to kidnap the kid again. There's a bunch of guys in little crab drones that they have to fight underwater. There's a whole thing with Awa where Kiri is they're like, Kiri, you can't go down and fight Awa or talk to Awa and use her for help. Because if you do, you'll seize, because that's what happens when you connect with Awa. But Kiri's like, I don't care because I have to do it. The Kiri goes down and tries to connect with Awa. Awa is a big windy, I don't know, scape of whatever. There's trees and shit. So it's a Awa dimension. And then Kiri goes down. Spider also goes down and can Awa now because he has the little ponytail.
Yeah.
And then the other one, whose name is, I can't remember. What's the youngest one's name?
put a gun to my head.
Yeah, right. The youngest one also comes down. The three of them are.
I don't know.
Yeah, the three of them are able to push the AWA push them all to is close enough to AWA to yell at AWA, and then that lets AWA join the fight as well, which means she's able to use her like little squids to kill everybody.
Yeah, same as Avatar 1. That's just, we're running back. I
say AWA she because we do see the face of AWA here, yes. And I'm sure we'll get to it, but it's kind of strange. Then they have the big fight. They destroy everything because they're super capable, because they've done this fight already last movie. So they're like running in, like, the bad guys have like a helicopter, and then the good guys land their big guys on the helicopter and then toss that helicopter at the boat and everybody explodes. But then the fire people come and they start killing everybody, but they're still able to deal with them. They're problem, but they're not like an unbeatable problem. The real problem is, and I forgot to mention this before because it's so stupid, there's like a big gravity geyser thing in the middle of the water that they pointed out once very early on. I assume these have been here before, but I can't remember ever seeing one. But like we have floating shit here, so I guess this is where that comes from on like Pandora. And Jake and all of the kids and stuff are on another like boat, individual boat, running around trying to stop Quaritch and the other one, the sexy one, and the whole family's involved because Quaritch took the girl prisoner again. And then the boat goes into starts kind of being sucked into this big vortex thing, which means everybody gets pulled up on like little rocks into space. Not everybody, but the big three, which is Spider, the dad, Jake, and Quaritch. And Jake and Quaritch and Spider have a big fight which ends with Quaritch almost dying, but then he saves Spider, but then Jake has to save Quaritch, and they all save each other. And then they kind of reconcile a little bit, but then also they're in the middle of this big tornado of gravity, and Quaritch dies. He doesn't really die. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe he really dies.
Self-sacrifice.
Yeah, it's one of those deaths that happens off screen, but it kind of happens on screen. It's like, if they never want him to come back, this is a fine way to be done with it.
Either way.
It's one of the things where he jumps off a cliff because he's like, I don't want to surrender.
Yeah. And, so he's gone. Fire Lady's dead. I can't remember how. I'm pretty sure Neytiri kills her somehow.
She runs away. She explicitly
she
does
does survive. Okay. And then the end of the movie, mostly everybody on the good guys survives, except for like a couple of the water people. The dad of the water people. Oh no, the mom of the water people dies. Baby is born. And then that's like Neytiri now has a third baby a second baby she doesn't want. But this one's an avatar, so she's probably not going to try to murder it. Then they take everybody to AWA, including Spider. That's the end of the movie. So they go to the AWA dimension where all the dead characters from the last movie and the movie before that are standing around. CCH Pounder and fucking all the other guys and the ones that just died a minute ago. And they also see Sigourney Weaver. And then that's the end of the movie, I think. Yeah. End of the timer as well. Yeah.
Nando.
Yeah. I know. I think I probably missed one plot line that's kind of like an errant. Like, I feel like there's probably some Kiri stuff that I missed, but besides that, I think I got most of it.
Yeah, because this is when Kiri officially finds out that she is like
Sigourney Weaver,
the Jesus Christ of avatars.
Yeah. And
she was immaculately conceived.
And I guess I skipped over a lot of the stuff with the sun and Loak and all that, but it's not that important, but it does happen a lot.
There's a lot of it that happens, but none of it really matters.
Yeah, like eventually they convince the whales to help and he becomes another leader. And him and Jake have a little, like, in the beginning, Jake's like, don't you go do whale stuff because it's against the law. But then by the end, he's like been like, oh, you're a man now, son. Go do whale stuff and be cool like me. So I also like fix a bow or something. That's important.
You know what I didn't consider, Nando? So first of all, masterful job.
Thank you.
I don't think I could have done that. That was amazing.
I prepared. I had a full minutes between now and last pod to prepare. Or last time we recorded this to prepare.
What I didn't count on is there was, you had to go 13-minute intervals, but, you were able to save, 30-minute chunks by being, and then they did the thing from the last movie.
Yeah. Especially the finale. It's a long finale, but like very little happens that's new. And it's just more whales and more ships. So more explosions. There's even some shots where like characters are getting killed with like a bow and arrow, where I'm like, I remember seeing this before, very very specifically in the first one, where like someone jumps onto a ship and shoots some guys. But a
single tear perhaps released from your cheek when Scoresby was dragged into the briny depths.
Yeah, I forgot, he also gets an off-screen death, but he is definitely killed. But also, if he came back as like an AWOL monster, I wouldn't be shocked. And Jermaine Clement, who the fuck knows what happens to him, but
he just disappears from the movie.
He's very upset about all of this, so that's his role. But yeah, so that's Avatar Fire and Ash, and because they have lots of little cars and shit, they have wheels, and like DJ, I don't remember, you haven't been back since. Well,
I haven't.
Yeah, have you? Yeah, so the wheel is back. We brought it back from its
Okay, so yeah, I have not been back since the wheel is back. So
yeah, it's
okay, good.
Very similar to what the old wheel used to be like. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The wheel is back.
I will say bringing back the wheel would feel like a soft transition to maybe going back to the, well, no, I guess it was the sound effects or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess what I want my point to be is you did not do anything to help.
That's true. I didn't destroy the summer. Damn it. I forgot to do that.
You did a really good job. So
yeah.
I think we have to keep going with it until the incompetence overcomes us, like a big Tulkun crashing onto our fucking battleship.
Thank you for putting it in terms I can understand.
Imagine what that would even be like, though. I need at least 2 more movies to be able to picture that in my head. Hopefully we don't have to get that press conference. Have you seen this where he's like, if the movies don't do well, I'll just tell you what was in the other 2. No. But this one is doing pretty well. But he has a weird energy right now where it's like, I think he'd be fine with no more avatars for a while.
Right.
But I think he knows that he said he would do so many that unless they crash and burn, he's just going to have to keep doing it. And that's pretty funny.
Also, he's like in his 70s, right? Like it almost feels like a George R. R. Martin situation where it's like, listen, man, at some point the actuarial tables are going to come for you. So maybe figure out if you are or are not going to do these things.
Yeah. And also like I feel like by now he should like, yeah, I think with George R. R. Martin, it's like he's just never going to finish those books. But also, it's like he could never do any other work, and I think he'd probably be fine just spending money, watching Jets games, and fucking watching Expanse every so often or whatever. But like with James, it does feel like he has other things he wants to do, like Alita Battle Angel. I feel like was one of them that just have gotten kind of overtaken by Avatar energy. So like I think he wants, maybe I could see a world where he wants a reason to stop doing these.
Yeah,
and we won't give him one. We refuse. So now it's like fun that maybe that's why he wants AI so badly, is he wants to just be able to AI 2 Avatar movies and technically have done what he wants. And we can't get mad at him because that's all he said.
How many fingers does the Na'vi have? That's the thing about AI. Give him 5, 4 fingers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's different numbers of fingers depending on whether your avatars are natural avatars or Sully avatars. So you could just, change that stuff for sure. But yeah, so we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to spin one of the wheels from one of Quaritch's massive cars or whatever. And then we are going to, talk about some of the things that we did get a chance to get into in the summary. So I'm going to spin the wheel. All right, here we go. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, it landed on one of Diggins's. Diggins. You want to read this one to us?
Yeah. I have one here that just says the Richard Dawkins clan.
Oh, Chard, that's pretty good. Yeah.
I want to talk about the belief system of the Ash people.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Good. More specifically, their lack of one.
Mm-hmm. You can get away with that if you're a sexy lady, though, I think, in the Avatar verse.
No, absolutely.
No,
she's right. She's right. We shouldn't believe in Awa.
Yeah.
I've converted. But no, I would talk about this because these guys end up being, as I said in my, like, how I feel about the movie, a surprisingly small part of the movie for how big they are in the marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I think the movie would have benefited from them being more central.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I don't think any of them get any amount of development besides Varang. She's the only one who's like a person.
And for sure.
She's a comic book supervillain.
Yeah.
They're all. It's kind of like, I mean, the Avatar movies in general, with all the things with the Na'vi, are kind of like, this is sort of like not great stereotypes about indigenous peoples, but like kind of well-meaning ones where you're trying to be like, but they're, you know, they know the land better, and like we're the bad guys here, and it's like you're still kind of stereotyping them, but I guess your heart's in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
And then these guys are the like are just the racist ones, the racist stereotypes where they're evil monsters who want to kill you for no reason.
I mean, you know, I'm with that. I want to kill a lot of them for no reason too. Most of the characters in this movie, because I think they look stupid. I don't think they have that same problem, but yeah, I can relate.
Anyway, so the way Varang describes it in the scenes she gets to sort of lay out their ideology, it's basically a big volcano erupted when she was a little girl,
right,
and destroyed her home. And the fire was burning everywhere and people were dying. And she was like, Awa, save us. And Awa didn't do that. So now she's like, now I want to raise this entire planet to the ground and cut off everyone's little Awa stick, like Awa.
Oh my God.
You know, nerve bundles on their heads so they can't talk to Awa. So everyone knows that God's not real.
Yep.
Debate me. I need to prove to you that there's no such thing as Awa.
So wait, are the main characters the Kevin Sorbo, like God's not dead, like, you know, going up to them and being like, no, you don't believe in Awa, but Awa's real, and I can write a college essay about it, because that feels right, like, considering what we're watching.
I think they are.
Yeah.
And then like the Sigourney Weaver child is like the heavenly, like, young child who's like, but I can feel Awa in everything that we do, and here we are. And I'm so innocent and pure.
That's yeah. Why do you think they did this in the third one? Do you think he was just bored with making them all nice?
I mean, maybe, probably. I mean, from a storytelling perspective, it does make sense to eventually have antagonistic Na'vi.
Yeah.
Like, if you really do want it to be like a story where it's not just all the Na'vi are good and all the humans are evil unless they like Na'vi.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess her motivation might make sense, except for like, okay, so her problem was that Awa did not answer her prayers, but like the way Pandora works is you got to plug in to hit Awa.
Yeah.
You don't just shout him to the sky, right?
Yeah.
Like if you want Awa to hear those prayers, you plug in.
Do they not know that? Are they like, if someone plugged him in, would be like, holy shit, it's the big purple guy. Oh my God, you guys weren't kidding.
What any Na'vi does and does not understand about Awa seems very mysterious to me, because it's like, it's very clear to us that it's some kind of like hive mind thing, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Like that's generally what's going on here. And like, I don't think they understand that.
Yeah.
Right.
But they don't understand that it's the hive mind of the world. But I do think it's wild. I mean, I don't remember doing this in the last one, but the first thing we do in this movie is the son is hanging out in Awa dimension with his dead brother. But it's not like, because I was like, oh, this is a dream or something. But it's like, no, he could just go check on him if he wants.
Yeah.
And like, cool, I guess.
It's like if you connect with Awa, then in the hive mind they got all your thoughts and memories and stuff.
Yeah.
So
right.
why can't they just boot up, deadbrother.exe?
Yes.
Yeah. And if that's the case, I get why you'd still be bummed that they died, but I do feel like this culture, like, I feel like there's like this interesting disconnect in our world where like it's like, oh, going to heaven is great and it's always the end game, but also you're sad when someone does that because it's like, well, I can't hang out with them anymore. But like in this, it's like I still can hang out with them and they get to go to the heaven dimension. And I have a reason to go check on the heaven dimension, which seems fun.
It's like
we could get day passes to heaven.
Go to heaven and hang out with people who died. Can't stay there too long, but like you could go.
Yeah, you don't want to be rude, but
again, as long as you plug in, everything is about the plug in. And it's also weird because Varang, part of her power is she uses her tail to mind jack your tail and make you.
I love this actually.
It's so wild.
Listen, I've said some things that obviously indicate some feelings I have. I will say, even that aside, I genuinely love Varang in this movie and the Ash people in general. Like, yeah, they're like stupidly evil for no reason, but like they're really fun for that. I love that she uses her little tail jack thing to read people's minds and torture them.
Yeah,
I think that's cool as fuck.
And that should make her think that like something, I don't know. I guess maybe a better version for me would be like, it's like how in Avatar 1, it's like they kind of explain the hive mind. Like it's all signals and the whole history of people, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you guys are praying to a god, but it's not a god. It's a hive mind. And like explain it in a more.
She's Carol from Plurimus. Just like, you guys got to get out of the Awa. It's stupid. You're relying too much on Awa for stuff. Yeah,
but like that's a character. That, not like none of this is real. It doesn't work in this universe.
Oh yeah, I feel like there's also a version of her where she's like, I'm God because I can just suck out your life force, so like pray to me and I'll kill Awa or whatever. We can have two gods. A lot of cultures have two gods. Well, maybe that.
I will say her way she is, burning down the forests with the Awa trees and cutting off people's tail jacks. So, like, she does seem to understand it's a real thing. And she's like, I know it's real, and I'm going to kill it. God's real. God's not dead yet, but she will be.
That should be what they start doing with those movies.
Oh, that's having good.
God's not dead yet.
Also, so she tailjacks her enemies to like fuck them up or whatever, and then takes off the tail. We also nailed tailjack is how you fuck. So I'm wondering like how the nuances.
We've talked about this so many times.
It is.
Tailjacking enhances the fucking. It is not. It is tertiary.
They still have the genitalia. Right.
But it's still like grabbing their dick or something like that, at least a little bit. Like, which is a good strategy in war if you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Catch your enemy so off guard.
It's one of the first things you learn in boot camp. Is to grab your enemy's dick.
Go
right for it.
Yeah. That's why Pete Hexas doesn't want women in the military, is because they don't have dicks to grab, And he just can't comprehend a war without dicks.
Oh, you think it'd be an advantage?
You that's
more
maybe
women in the military.
Maybe that's the problem.
Would help.
Yeah.
So also, one thing, and I don't blame you, Nando, but we didn't mention. So the way Varang, I think, is defeated is does Kiri tailjacks her?
Yeah, that's right.
It's like I'm the captain now. I forget what comes of that, but that is what she does.
I think
she seems to just get really scared of Kiri and she runs away.
Yeah, I think she's able to kind of sense the Awa god in her and be like, maybe like see the error of her ways, but not like we don't see that. But
not that.
That I don't know about see the error of her ways, but be like, oh, Awa's like serious.
Oh,
like, be like,
there's a guy.
Richard
hit wasn't her one begotten daughter to redeem Na'vi kind.
Well, not just to redeem Na'vi kind, to kill Na'vi Bill Maher or something. Like if Jesus showed up and just beat up Bill Maher, he'd be like, I feel like Bill Maher would be like, A, this sucks for me, and B, like, if it's Jesus, maybe I gotta check on some things because that's weird.
Nando, you might convert to Christianity if that were the case. You might be like, but luckily Bill Maher is so strong from not taking the vaccines, he might be able to beat Jesus in a fist fight. By the way, how bummed were you all to die on New Year's Eve at
12 o'clock because we were all going to die for vaccine. I don't know if you saw those posts that were like,
that was the thing.
But yeah, by January 1st in 2026, all of vaccine people will be dead. So we're all in hell, which makes sense. But I mean, it's cool hell.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
That does explain why things have gotten slightly better.
Absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, grabbing the dicks is cool. Yeah. Does she get stuff? Like, part of me thought maybe she got like super strength from like almost like devouring your soul, because it like weakens you. Yeah. And partially it's maybe because of like psychological torture, but also part of me was like, maybe she's just like taking your blood too or something. She's like an energy vampire.
Maybe.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, Varang, we'll probably talk about Varang more as we go, but Varang's quite special.
I'm going to talk more about Varang for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I feel like were it not for Varang, this movie would be unwatchable. Like, I would just be like, watch the second one again. Just imagine that it's different, but with Varang, yeah, it's something. And it explains why she's on all the marketing. Like, you would not believe how much Quaritch is in this movie, considering how all the posters are just half of Varang's face. But what are you going to do?
Well, hopefully they correct this egregious imbalance between the two of them in future Avatar movies, where we get all Varang all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
pretty cool.
Go ahead and spin this wheel now. I think we've talked about the atheism of the Ash people as much as we're
That's a good point.
So we're just gonna go tick 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 tick. Oh, DJ, it landed on one of yours.
Oh yeah, it's so this one is hey guys, let's not kill the baby. So 2025.
Oh yeah,
year of decide not to kill the baby, right? Fantastic Four.
That's true.
I feel like there was another we can't kill the baby.
There was
Joey in Superman.
Baby Joey. That's correct. Baby Joey.
Well, yeah. No one ever really wanted to kill the baby. Lex Luthor just threatened to kill him.
He tried
fair.
to.
That's fair.
I feel like there was another one. Zootopia.
Yeah.
Everybody was worried about how she may have killed the baby and then went to Arby's instead. DJ, I haven't seen it yet, but that's a big plot point.
Good.
I'm assuming Neja 2 has some babies to kill.
It's really 1-to-1 with the comic. It's crazy.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, why would they have teased it so much if they weren't going to do that?
Not Sinners. There was no well, anyway,
I haven't seen for one, but I'm assuming it doesn't happen in F1.
Kill the baby. Well, let's just go with Fantastic Four. So, this idea, it's that it's good to kill the baby because Galactus will spare us, or in this, it's good to kill Spider because then the humans can't get the secret to being human Pandoran hybrids or whatever.
Yeah.
And was there ever any part of you that thought like Jake was gonna do it? Because the movie really wanted you to think that Jake was gonna do it.
Oh no,
I don't know. I didn't think he would, but with these, there's so little like I give a shit about so many of the characters that if they suddenly became like Spider is like a plot device that could be killed or destroyed, I'd be okay with it. I was kind of like, yeah.
Well, they need the higher stakes thing. The thing when I was like, absolutely no way. So I'm like, okay, maybe they just like take him, he takes him into the woods, kind of a back of the shed deal. And you think Jake's just going to pop him,
right?
Somehow just rip his head off. He's a big Na'vi, could probably pop Spider's head clean off. But like he gets all ceremonial about it. He's like, all right, get on your knees. Here's my sacrifice knife. I only use this for sacrifice. Oh, great, Awa. Right, talking to Awa again, not plugged in, so these are just words.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on, Spider's like, please, Jake, please don't kill me. Jake, please don't kill me. I'll be good. Jake, please don't kill me. And then he's like, all right, Jake, kill me. And you're like, Spider's the best character. Spider's great because Spider will just do whatever. But then, and then like there's an Atiri's like, oh no, there's too much red, so she runs. She doesn't stop Jake. She doesn't get there in time. Jake just realizes like, we probably can't kill Spider.
Yeah.
And like I understand why this could be a focus of maybe making these movies more interesting. I don't understand why it wasn't the focus of this movie, because it's a side plot for, we're gonna kidnap Spider, blah 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 blah. But like it never really becomes the thing of this movie.
Yeah,
and I don't know.
it's weird because it was also kind of the thing of last movie. It sounded like Quaritch didn't want to get Spider back a lot anyway, or like that the army wasn't obsessed with Spider, and that Neytiri hated Spider. Like, I think there's an interesting version of this movie where like Neytiri is more like, no, I like Spider. He's great. You guys have your Spider.
Yeah.
And then the second she has a reason, she's like, we should get rid of Spider. Somebody should kill him. But I just feel like she's got that energy. She's had that energy for so long. It doesn't really come through here as like, I don't know, as interesting or like, yeah, it's just, yeah, that's I'd say my problem with it.
Or even like an explanation, like, okay, imagine the last scene where it's like Quaritch, Jake, and Spider, and Quaritch is like, this saying it's like, you don't get how this ends, do you? They know you exist now, Spider. They're coming after you. I can protect you. This either ends with like us going away or you getting captured and you getting dissected open. That's the only way this ends. Like explaining that like this is the progression of this that it's going to be, you know, versus just like we're doing the second movie again. There's an attack, blah blah blah. But like the end of the movie doesn't really, you know, they bring Spider to Awaverse. He gets his head in day pass to be introduced to the Na'vi, but like there isn't this understanding that the other side of this coin is like humanity will not stop until they have Spider, you know, just like poking and prodding him and cutting him open to figure out how they become like him.
Well, at this point, are all the humans dead? Like, is it like we've killed everyone, all the humans that were ever on Pandora? So like they're just never going to call back. And then everybody on Earth is going to be like, I guess that place, we can't go there. Because I don't
know. There's still people alive.
Which ones? And Edie Falco explodes.
That big, there's a whole base. There's people that whole base.
He's not a military guy. He wouldn't have gone on the expedition.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
He's a cool Nepo baby.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because they built that base.
Yeah. And the whole thing is like crazy because is the end of the first movie or the beginning of the second movie, it's like we made the sky people leave and they could never come back, and it's like nuh-uh.
Yeah,
maybe from that area, but like the sky people will not stop, guys. And that's the other thing, like that is not like, it's a surprise every movie, like in this one where Jake's just like, and I became Tomakto again and I had to fucking get my big old dragon and we ran it back, guys, a third fucking time.
Pretty cool.
Okay, well, what's next? What's the next thing, Jake?
And I think that's also what makes, because like Spider was a huge part of the last movie, and his like split loyalties between Quaritch being his dad,
right,
and him being raised amongst the Na'vi was like the whole big point. And he picked the Na'vi. Of course he did. Like obviously, but still,
yeah.
And so it's like we already did that.
Yeah.
So, and like, sure, there's the new stuff now with like, now he can breathe. Now the humans are interested in him for that reason, but it's still mainly through the lens of the whole Quaritch, Sully, like, who's my real dad thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
we already did it.
Yeah. It's tricky. I think that's part of the problem with this movie. A movie without Quaritch, where now there's another character that just wants to get him or something that's more mean and doesn't, you know, just wants to capture him. I don't know. Or like a movie now where like in the beginning of the movie, the military gets him after being turned. And then for the whole movie, the avatars are just trying to kill him. So we kind of flip the kind of maybe like even all the water avatars that were nice and noble before, like, no, we should recruit the Ash Clan and we have to kill the humans because if they get Spider, like if they're able to analyze him, we're fucked. So then that would be interesting, like a dynamic shift. But yeah, we do the first movie a second time here.
Well, so okay, first movie,
a second time.
Or second movie, yeah, that's right, yeah.
So first movie set the baseline. You have mostly the good Avatar people and mostly the bad human people mixing. So the second movie, again, different good Avatar people. Then the third movie, you had bad Avatar people. So now you need good humans, who attack the bad humans. That's the next step, I guess.
Necessarily. I mean, basically, our main characters kind of already are that.
Right.
But I mean a group of, like, who are the human ash people who are like, I don't know.
Like
Richard
anarchists
Dawkins.
or something.
Or
Yeah,
something,
that's true.
right?
Richard Dawkins.
Like, they get like converted by Jake somehow.
I mean, we have a couple of those, right? We have like the Norm and like some of those characters that are at base.
Yeah, but I want again.
Clement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure, but I want a sexy human lady who
there you
is
go,
just grabbing dicks and like, you all don't understand what you're doing. Pandora's a beautiful place. Stop taking its resources, you idiots.
That'd be
She
pretty
takes
funny.
a bunch of drugs so you get high as fuck.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I want in the fourth movie.
That'd be really funny because then like she would like start just like jerking all the bad guys off and smoking with them, and Jake would run in, stop, we need to protect them. And they'd be like, no, Jake, I think we can manage this one on our own. We this is more of a different thing, but you know, we appreciate you trying to get involved. Give 8 minutes, give us like 8 or 9 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll talk about this. But yeah, we actually really need this right now, okay? God, can you imagine being Spider? What does Spider do? Does he just like go jerk off in the forest somewhere? The Na'vi have any sense for what that is?
Does he plug in and jerk off?
Now he should,
is that
yeah.
what he do?
The only other human he knows is Sigourney Weaver's in the Matrix now, so like, and they're not related.
The younger version of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, DJ, which
yeah.
pre-granted.
That would be so great, yeah. And not distracting at all. Oh, man. Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's my wheel chunk. I'll spin this down and go tick 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 tick. Nando, it landed on one of yours.
Okay, this one's mine, and this is just, oh no, Quaritch caught weedinitis. Because I don't remember Quaritch's last movie being so quippy. I remember him having a bit of sass, but like this movie, he is saying all of the lines that like people accuse the Marvel movies of saying all the time, including one where I'm pretty sure at the end of the movie, he's like, well, that's awkward, isn't it? Or something. To Jake, when they have to save Spider from like falling off of the rocks, which we'll probably talk about also, but like, I don't know. I liked his energy in this because I think there is a reason that the weedinitis is so, you know, prevalent in pop culture. Is like, it makes the characters kind of fun to watch. But, did that come out of nowhere, or was he like that before? I genuinely can't remember.
No, not like this. I think that's a good read. That this seems to be a dialed up version.
Yeah, like he's given like DreamWorks poster eyebrows to people as like reactions when they're like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go into the room and have sex with it. Like he's doing what we were just describing a human to do after he gets turned off, and then smoke in the
That's
temple.
what it is, Nando. He starts getting it daily, nightly, and ever so regularly.
Yeah, that
and
really...
he just mellows out. He's just like way cool. He's way chiller now.
Oh man, that would be so funny if that's just how this ends. Is like they convert the Ash people convert everybody to Ash people stuff by just orgies and like.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I imagine there's
Na'vi who will have
sex
with you, and then you're like, yeah, this is my belief system now.
Yeah, there's no way you could keep a lot of Earth people, including Diggins, and you know, who am I to say that I'm better than all those other Earth people from going to Avatar and seeing what's happening, giving it at least a weekend in Avatar Land, and you know, just checking it out, because it's also weird because like I don't like the Na'vi, and this isn't really related to the Quaritch thing, but I do want to talk about this because like these movies always kind of played fast and loose with like the loincloths and stuff, where like all the characters in this wear loincloths, and you're always like, if this was really shot with humans, we'd just be seeing a little bit of balls sometimes based on how like kind of awkwardly they're getting onto these dragons. But Farang has like a more kind of like, she looks like what's the name of the character from like Lilu from Fifth Element as far as her kind of outfit goes, and it feels like she picked it because she's like, this is my vibe. Then is she the only Avatar that's ever done that? That's gone like, let's have a little fun with it, because otherwise they all just kind of dress the same, you know?
That's true.
I respect that. I think that's pretty cool. I get why Quaritch is in love with her.
I mean,
what'd you think of the dream sequence, or the Flash, what is it, like the acid trip, I guess, or whatever.
It's fine.
Loved it.
It was interesting. I kind of expected more. I expected him to like go to like, honestly, something closer to what AWA was, but it was mostly just like, what if everybody's face was a little big and the colors were kind of extra. But that was pretty cool. I even didn't even have a line in that where he was like, "This is pretty cool." Right? Like, yeah.
I guess if you were to watch these like 1, 2, 3, you'd probably see the change of course and be like, what the fuck happens? Like, I guess it makes sense that he's kind of a dead guy with the memories of a dead guy in an Avatar.
Yeah.
Because the problem in Avatar 1 is like he hates how unserious Jake is.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a very much military man. It's like, don't underestimate the Na'vi. They will fucking kill you. The Na'vi are fierce, blah, 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 blah. But, you know,
yeah,
maybe you watched Avatar like 3 years ago when this movie came out, but like you haven't watched Avatar recently.
Mm-hmm.
James Cameron knows.
Yeah, and like, if you did get reborn into one of these bodies, you'd just either be like Jake, where you would be super serious and like take everything, you know, all your kids have to call you sir, or you turn into a little quippy jokester from Deadpool, and like that's, you know, that's another option, and it's kind of fun. How do you guys feel about his lieutenant guy who just has to watch all this from the sidelines? That poor man.
It's fine, right?
I mean,
yeah, like the one other Marine Avatar left.
Yeah, when your boss is like, I'm gonna go into the tent and have sex with her and do drugs, are you like, I don't want to like come in at the same time, but like, is there a similar tent for me or something? Or do I just have to stand out here and watch everybody?
Well, remember, Nando, maybe that's why he was set up as a sniper.
Yeah.
Plan is like, actually, boss, I'm gonna be 3 miles away with the sniper rifle, and you know.
Yeah, and maybe Quaritch just had a vision, you know. It's like, I think I'm gonna show up and they're gonna want to fuck me. It's like, I think they got her, boss. So I'm gonna go over there.
I was really feeling a vibe when I was showing her how to use guns, and I think I can make this work.
I mean, and that's the thing we know about him. Like, he's got some game. He had a human child at some point in what seems to be a consensual relationship. We never really saw it, but like, there was a Quaritch baby making situation on Pandora, which I feel like has to be like kind of against the rules, but like, Quaritch makes it work.
Usually rules about fraternization, it's called.
Exactly. Especially in an alien planet.
Mom was, or is that just like has not come up? Okay.
It came up that she was a soldier, but that's all we ever got from
it. Talks about her a little in this movie, but yeah, like she didn't actually exist in Avatar 1. So
no, yeah.
Everything we've learned about her is post fact.
Right. Yeah, because she had to have been doing this in Avatar 1 because in the end of Avatar 1, the humans all leave, but Spider just being born can't be frozen and can't like go leave or something. So like, yeah. While during all the events of Avatar 1, there's also some pregnant person or something. So maybe that's why they lost. They didn't have her. She was on maternity leave or something. And she would have been the one who was shooting lasers at the sky dragons or whatever. She would have been like, they're probably all hiding on a rock going, hold. And no one could have predicted that but her. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's Quaritch. He might come up again. I have a feeling he will. Let's spin the wheel again. Tick, 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 tick. Ooh, back to DJ. This is one of yours.
Oh.
Yeah. I just want to I want to talk about this. I think it's important, and it's scavenging your way through your grief. So one of the things that like this movie sets up is like, okay, so right, we have the tragedy and kind of the hangover from that, which the only reason why I don't think it's like a smart place to start is because we're so far removed from what happened. It's like,
yeah.
Do you really want to carry the second movie forward and not have a big leap to make like a setup of a new thing, right? You know, even if it's like the heat with Spider got too much, so we contacted the air people because they do a lot of like expository narration at the start of Way of Water,
yeah,
which I actually thought was a good thing. I thought that was
having him
of that.
Tell his brother how he died in the big fight was pretty handy for like kind of reminding us what the stakes of that were, because I genuinely had forgotten. I couldn't remember that there was two of them. If you had to describe it to me, I'd be like, there was one boy and like three girls or something, and one of them was the one from the other movies. But I am glad they killed one of the boys. It's nicer to just have one, easier to track for sure.
Just find it more helpful. Yeah. So and Jake is like scavenging weapons and everything. But so a few things. One, these are a lot of minor points that I put into a bigger wheel chunk, or maybe the wheel did it, and it's not my fault. One, it's surprising to me the Water Clan let them stay.
Yeah,
it would have been silly to do the same thing again, where the Sullys had to find another clan to integrate to. But I think it's a better repeat of the second movie than what they chose to do, is a repeat of the second movie. Because that's almost like, it's like, Jesus Christ, we have to go, all right, we started with the Earth Nation, then we went to the Water Nation, I guess go to Air Nation next, check maybe Fire Nation, that's the name of the movie. And like, that would be silly, but I feel like that could have been just like the Sullys just like what a tragedy, this family like cannot find a home and they like become nomads. So like that's one. Like I'm surprised that the water people are cool with him. I guess because he's Torok Makto.
Well, that's also it. Like the whole second movie was the water people coming around to like, no, we are accepting you into our community fully, and like we're not gonna make you leave. So like that was a conflict that had been resolved.
Yeah, I guess I would expect Jake then to be like, all right, we're out of here. Like, we can't stay because A, they know where we are, and B, like, I don't want to get you all killed. But
I think it's fine if they still live there. I just think the movie shouldn't take place there.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It is too. It's like so that's one problem, right? I think we're anchored here. There's this other like weird thing where it's like Jake's like, all right, I'm getting all the gun parts, and I'm taking these like grenade. I'm giving my wife like RPG grenade.
Oh yeah,
arrows, which by the way would fire horribly.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would release it from the bow, and it would just like fall.
Yeah, just toss it in the theory. You're good.
Everyone knows that any weight if you tie something to an arrow, that weight doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
It's only the arrow weight that you have to factor in.
Oh, okay. That's silly me. But like, and I get he's doing all this like process to his grief, but like it's like we gotta be ready for a fight. It's like, what fight, Jake? Because like even when that big fight does come, it's still like the Na'vi stuff, right? Like I don't think it really super comes into play that they're using all of the gear that like the human people have. I guess Neytiri is like, well, I guess I'll use these grenades to fucking rescue Jake. But like, I don't know. It couldn't find a lane for me for like what the purpose of like what Jake's doing is. Like Jake felt really purposeless this movie. I felt.
I mean, it is, I assume part of it is just like he's sad about his son. It would make him better. Like I feel like it would be a cleaner metaphor if he like got really into model trains or whatever the Avatar equivalent of that is, and like they were like, "Where's Dad?" And he's like, "He's making the model tree. He's grooming his bonsai tree." I do think the thing that you kind of brought up, which did kind of bug me in this movie, as like a plot point that I feel like didn't really go anywhere or feel like a thing we're still doing, is like when he brings the guns back and they're like, we don't use iron because iron makes your heart impure or something, and it's like, dude, we're past that. I'm a human hybrid guy. We have a human here who has a breathing apparatus. Like, we're just, have you not, do you not see how much better this is than not this? Like, we didn't use whales before, now we use whales. But like the fact that they kind of give him that, I guess it would almost be kind of an interesting parallel if Jake was like, well, I have to go to the one clan that will accept that we just use guns and shoot them, which is the Ash clan, because they love this shit. We're gonna be their gods pretty much, but also like they're the only one that seems capable of protecting us for more than like a week. And but yeah, it's weird that he comes in with that, like that whatever his name is, that the water chief is like, we can't do this because because it's guns. Because it just felt like we had done this already.
It's like, you sure, man?
Yeah.
It's like, I think we could do this even though it's good.
Like, yeah, and especially because it's like we're tying them to, like, we're gonna tie someone to bow and arrow. This is perfect. Like, this is exactly what you guys love. I'll still use a gun because it's way better. But like, are you not okay with us using our little communication necklaces? Because that's like a technology. I assume you would not be like, oh, there's a little iron in there. But is it just that it's a gun? There's something about that you don't like? Because
it's like, you already kill. You guys have arrows, right? You got things that you're fine with.
It's part of the whole sort of like weird stereotyping
of
indigenous peoples that's sort of like kind of an undercurrent of Avatar, where it's like, the guns, they are not part of nature, so we cannot use those. We must do only what the land commands. Sort of like mysticism. Yeah. And like, in reality, guns were really useful. And indigenous peoples, when they had access to them, used them because they were incredibly useful.
Yeah. It's it's interesting how far I feel like we've come. It's funny watching Zootopia and this get sequels now, and even obviously we had another Avatar sequel between now and then, like watching a 2010s kind of metaphor for racism movie and then watching that now, it's like feels very quaint in a way that I feel like then it still probably felt quaint, but it didn't feel as kind of dopey as it does here, because of, I don't know, maybe just more sophisticated plot lines in other movies about stuff like that, that makes this gives you some of the limitations of what this is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, and to be fair, when the Avatar guys are like, we should use arrows instead of guns, they're really good at arrows. Like, if the Avatar were just like, no, the bullets are cool, but like we can punch through an entire helicopter with these things. Like, we don't really need them. And like you could get shot by a bullet and survive. It's like, you get a headshot with one of these things, you just die. I would buy that. It's an explanation.
Yeah. So I think that's all I had on this one.
Oh, also, before I forget, I looked up a list of movies from this year and really tried to find movies where characters are like, should we or not kill a baby? This one doesn't really count. Final Destination Bloodlines has that one scene where they're like, should we kill a baby to steal years from me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one's kind of stretch. Mickey 17, the end plot of that is them returning the baby to the slug guys or whatever to stop the war. So like baby protection. Yeah. And then the end of 28 days later or 28 years later is about whether the zombie baby should be able to survive or not. And like, so I do think this came up a couple of times in movies this year.
Save it for the year end.
Yeah.
2025 was the year of
the pro-life year or something. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Nando. But I'll spin this again. Spin tick 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 tick, and I believe this will land on Diggins.
Yes, it lands on one of mine that just says here like, help, stepbro, I'm stuck in the AWA hub.
Yeah, for real.
We got to talk about it, guys. Nobody wants to, of course. We all understand that not one of us wants to confront the reality that we're in.
Yeah.
We know that because it wasn't in Nando's summary. But we got to talk about it. It's not just weird flirty vibes. At one point, like 2/3 of the way into this movie, the greatest scene of horror cinema ever captured happens, where Kiri and Spider share awkward teenage kiss together and then kind of just don't talk about it. And I'm like, I hated every second of that. I hated it so much.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, if we wanted Natiri to not kill you before, don't tell her about this, Spider. This is not going to help.
Like,
forget all the other stuff. This might be enough to get Jake to kill you once he finds out about it.
Yeah, you fucked, boy.
Like, so, what is Spider to them? Like, where would you?
Yeah, so like, there's several levels on which this is wrong, and I think we need to peel back and go through each of them.
Okay.
One, though not biologically, of course. Essentially siblings.
For sure.
They were all raised by Jake and Natiri. Now, Kiri is the immaculately conceived Jesus Christ of Awa and Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And Spider is just, from their perspective, random human baby that got left behind.
Yep.
But they raised them together, and psychologically, that's sort of what establishes like sibling bonds that makes the idea of a romantic connection, feel wrong.
Yeah.
Or should, at least. Second of all, I mean, he's a human. She's a Navi. Now, you might argue the whole movie is like, that's not wrong. And it's like, well, he had a body that he could get into that was the same as hers. So I think that changes things a lot, actually. Yeah. I think that changes things very, very much.
That's true.
Because I looked at it happening in this movie and I'm like, this is wrong. I don't want this. Stop.
And it's extra weird here because, like, part of me, if I was Jake in this scenario, and I can't, because I feel like I don't really remember this from movie 2, but I'm sure there were, this isn't the first time these two have like been a little too handsy, because there's a lot of like rolling around and stuff together in the beginning of this movie. But if I were Jake, I'd be like sitting Spider down and her would be like, listen, I get what you guys are doing. It's not going to work because you're not compatible races and nothing's going to change that. Like, we can't, if you could do the tail to Awa thing, obviously, Spider, you could be part of it, but you just can't. So I don't know what to tell you, buddy. And he'd be like, that's a good point, sir. All right. And then she's like, you know what? I actually decided that I could do magic, and the extent of my magic is like, it make him technically fuckable. And then Jake would be like, oh, no. No.
Oh my God.
You're having him writing and everything. I'm so fucked.
Oh God, him growing the little thing also sucked.
Yeah. Oh man,
it's awful.
Third level on which this is wrong. This is kind of a meta level.
It's
not really true in the movie itself, but Sigourney Weaver is a woman.
Yeah.
In what, her 80s?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And they try to zhuzh up her voice a little bit, make it sound young, but every time Kiri talks, I'm still like, that's an old woman trying to pretend to be a young girl.
100%.
76 is
70,
Sigourney Weaver.
76? God damn.
Yeah. And like, she's doing great for it outside of this. If she was not making this one decision, I'd be like, aging gracefully and normal and cool.
Listen, I don't think it is any insult to any 76-year-old anywhere in the world to say you cannot convincingly play a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
But so like, you're constantly she constantly has this old sounding voice. Where she sounds like she's an adult and he's a child.
Yeah.
So you're like,
yeah.
And like, because she's a Navi, she's also physically taller than him and everything. So physically it has that same sort of dynamic. So it just feels, even though texturally within the movie, they are like peers. It's not wrong for that reason. But it feels like it is.
Well, even within the movie, I feel like there is like a weird power dynamic that exists between the two of them, where like, she gave him the ability to use, like she used her witchcraft to turn into a Navi, but also like, she's like the Jesus of them. He shouldn't be kissing her. He's not even a Navi. He's not even a natural born Navi. Like, you gotta, I don't know, like, I feel like there'd be a lot of people that would be mad about explicitly that, because it's like she could, maybe that's why Awa is so mad at her. Is like, not that she turned him, it's that she was kissing him earlier. And it's like, girl, I told you not to do that, but you just will not stop.
Yeah.
Also, what's going on? Like, what is that situation with the kiss? Like, they kiss, obviously. What's first base with them? What are they? what does
it mean? Yeah.
What does Spider know? He doesn't know anything. And he's only been taught Navi sexual things. That'd be funny, though, if Quaritch was like, by the way, I'm giving you birds and the bees before they inevitably steal you back, because they're going to try to get you to do some shit, and you can't do it. It will kill you. But
I mean, to be fair, Jake also, knows both sides.
That's true.
And the Na'vi sex.
Mm-hmm.
So he can be like, so for you, it's like this. If you try to do that with anyone here, you're going to bleed out and die. I'm sorry.
Massive heart attack or some shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Listen, listen, son. At one point or another, every human has gone, what that tail do? You don't want to know. Like, their tail thingy will, like, it won't work. You'll just be puttering, or it'll work so well you won't be able to survive afterwards. You'll just become addicted. So we got to keep you
You'll experience
sensible.
One moment of perfect, pure pleasure.
Yeah.
A state of like eternal bliss. And then you'll die.
Some say it might be worth it.
For sure. Yeah, be like, Dad be like, I'm gonna kill you now. All right, but can we try to do it the other way? It seems like that would be way cooler, Dad. Like, oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. You treat this like
hold on. Let's go find the Na'vi brothel real quick.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Yeah, the whole, I mean, I think the Sigourney Weaver, the choice to have it be played by Sigourney Weaver, even without the spider thing, is horrible. Like it every single time takes me out of it, but it makes the spider stuff so much worse. Like, and I'm sure they could have gotten Zendaya or something to do the voice of Na'vi, Sigourney Weaver.
They got her for Shrek.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I don't know why they didn't, besides just, James is looking out for his buddies trying to get on paycheck, and I respect that, but figure out another way. Do more AWA scenes or something. Because it's weird. Like, what do you think? Because they did all the CGI with that, like, practically and stuff. What do you think they did for that? Did they have a different, like, physical actor for Kiri when they recorded yeah, they must have. Because she also just probably can't do the same things that, like, Zoe Saldana can do, but, like...
No, definitely not.
Yeah. But I bet sometimes they had her around in the helmet when she was, like, just sitting around. They probably tried to do some performance capture. So, yeah.
They might do, like, facial capture for Sigourney Weaver, but all the performance, like, body motion capture was someone else.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that part is quite strange.
On the one hand, I'm glad that never comes up again, because having to face the reality of that would have been horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, it leaves it tantalizingly unanswered what's going to happen now. I have to consider possibilities,
especially since he can, like, commune with Awa and stuff. He's, like, so in now for this. Also, it'd be really weird introducing him to Sigourney Weaver in Awa. So I feel like he'd be like, "Oh, you sound exactly like you're like a clone of this person." That's
like moms. Sometimes daughters and moms, they sound similar, right?
Sometimes the daughter sounds like this, or the mom sounds like this, and the daughter sounds like this. That's just how it goes. It's more of a human thing you Na'vi don't get.
The way they explain it, she literally is a clone of Grace's avatar. She underwent parthenogenesis, which is a thing some animals can do.
Oh, really?
Where a it's not common, but it happens.
It's cool.
Where a female can just replicate its own DNA and just give birth to a clone.
Cool.
Well, we don't need what are we even for, just opening peanut butter jars and stuff, am I right, fellas? If only.
Well, only giving birth to clones means that
that's true.
DNA tends to break down.
And they'd only be women as well, I assume, if you clone them.
It would only be women.
Yeah.
We
could do worse as a society.
That's the worst thing I've heard.
Yeah.
Evolutionarily, it's not like a good main strategy. It's a good, like, emergency strategy.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I like it. All right, well, let's spin that wheel.
Yes.
Again.
Spin that wheel.
Yeah, let me go.
Give it a good one, yeah.
Ooh, tick, 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 tick. Nando, it landed on one of yours.
Oh, this is one of mine. This is one of my favorites. This one just says no weapons, Fox only, Final Destination. I want to talk about the finale of this movie because the first movie ended with a big fight in a forest, and that made sense because the movie took place in the forest. The second movie ended with a big fight in the water and then on the ship, which made sense because the movie was about ships and water. This third movie, like I said, at one point, Edie Falco early in the movie is like, by the way, watch out for that big gravity well. It's over there and it'll rip all our ships to fuck a kingdom come, and the rocks are all around it and it's pretty exciting, but we probably shouldn't go there. And then that's what eats up the ship. And then the end of the movie is really like Jake and Spider and Quaritch just jumping around onto these rocks and gravity and having like a little fight. And, you know, Quaritch doesn't say exactly that, but he's kind of like, me and you, Jake, one-on-one, just us up here in the big sky rock vortex thing. And it both feels like kind of generic for this franchise, but also just kind of like weirdly specific for this franchise. Like, it's like, I feel like if you showed someone this and then showed them what like, if you went the first movie's this, second movie's this, and this is where the third movie ends, it would feel like way too much of an escalation. But in reality, it is because it comes out of nowhere. And yeah, I don't know. It felt like a really, why do you think they did this? Why did we have this little fight?
It was easy to make it a computer. Was it AI? Did AI help them?
Oh yeah,
get this one out.
That's a great point.
I don't want to accuse anyone of anything, but
I mean, you could accuse James of it because he built an AI studio for movie making specifically. So that him and I don't know who else, Tyler Perry, who's the other one? Oh, in Mad Max, George Miller, like all really bought in on it. I think that's possible. Very, very reasonable. But then it was kind of cool looking. To be fair, it was like a big purple vortex or some shit. So it was like kind of interesting. But
they also might just be out of ideas. It's very possible. They're like, is that something? Make it happen. So.
Yeah, and it was very like jumping around and falling down and then landing on a rock underneath and stuff. And I do think it was kind of funny that those two were fighting and Spider's whole thing was just trying to load one of their enormous crossbows because he is still like a human being. But he did know he should probably kill somebody to end this. And that did lead to like one line that I did really like in this movie. Speaking of Quaritch and his Whedonitis, was the because he is shot with the crossbow through the arm, and then when Jake is like trying to get him up to save Spider, he's like, lift Spider up to me, and he tries. He's like, wish somebody didn't shoot me in the arm right about now, huh? That was a real mistake. I'm gonna have to drop you into the vortex because of that. That was kind of fun. But yeah, I don't know. The ending of this movie just feels like it comes out of nowhere. And I did not really care for it. But you know, what are you gonna do?
I guess the only other acceptable way to really end it, if they had like do like an Empire Strikes Back ending where the humans, let's say they totally destroy the water people's place. All the Tulkum are dead. Paikon's like dying words are like, you fuckers, I hate all of you guys. And they kidnap Spider. And Jake is like, what the fuck do we do? Right? Like, that would have been okay. Like, you did it, but they lost this time. That's at least something.
Oh, so, for sure.
You know, yeah.
And besides, like, besides James Cameron not wanting to do this, I cannot figure out why that's not where this movie ends. But maybe it is just like, this will be a good place for me to stop. Is if they go into AWA and are like, everything cool.
It ends like how a franchise would end. We're all inside AWA. I guess the only thing, which we said, we didn't talk about this explicitly, but at one point we kind of see half of AWA's face. During some of the communing. And we almost get there. But I guess that's the one last reveal we need to see, like, and them actually like talk to AWA.
Yeah, AWA's got the Megamind no bitches meme face where it's like right up there to the camera. I was quite upset by seeing AWA. I don't know why. I didn't even think we would ever see AWA. I just assumed it was just a big nothing, but it's got a face. But I've heard people describe it as kind of like Galactus, where it's like it's a face that you see your face and then you're like, that's what AWA looks like, you know. So that probably that tracks.
I buy that. Yeah, I buy that.
Yeah. Yeah, I did expect, my theory, I think maybe we said this last time we did one of these, was like that the future of this franchise would be like, because the planet of Pandora is the AWA, but like you'd kind of expect that maybe there's like some sort of, I don't know, supercomputer heart at the center of AWA, and maybe like we go down to the Earth and find the, like it would be like that kind of thing. Because if I was Quaritch or the bad guys, I would do that. I would go like, well, we don't need AWA. It doesn't really help us. Right. So if we could kill that, then they can't do shit. And every time these movies end, they just, summon AWA and then destroy us with it. But yeah, they weren't super interested in that. And I get it. Caves are dark, but this cave could not be dark. It could be like that Donkey Kong game where every cave is like a different level, a whole different world with the sun and everything. Yeah. Or Godzilla, where there's a hollow earth with a sun and stuff. That's pretty cool. Remember that? They're making another one of those.
Oh.
Another show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep going. Did you see who's in the new Godzilla? Like what Godzilla figure is in it?
Yeah, I have no idea.
No, I didn't.
They had to trademark it or something, so people found out. Space Godzilla, apparently.
Yeah.
Good.
It's going to be part of it, yeah. And I can't imagine
big dumb crystals on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think we got maybe a couple more wheel spins in. What do you guys think?
I got one last one.
All right. Yeah.
Like I have
one more that I have to get out.
Perfect. So we'll do one more round of wheel spins, and I'll start tick 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 tick. Landed on Diggins. This one is one of yours. What do you got to tell us?
This wheel slice is very straightforward, and it says James Cameron is a non-placental coward.
Yeah, they don't live placental birth. That was probably a big spoiler for people that didn't read the wiki like us and knew there would be no placenta. But yeah, do you want to give that context for people that didn't listen to that episode 4 years ago whenever that movie came out?
So, James Cameron, however many years ago, talking about the design of the Na'vi, said that he gave them breasts even though they are non-placental mammals because it would make them look hot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, be that as it may, Cameron, I don't impugn your motives or anything like that. In fact, some might say that they are the highest to which any human could ever aspire.
Very fair.
But I think the time came to stick true to his principles, and he showed himself a rank coward. Because a Na'vi in this movie is pregnant and gives birth, and it is not done in the manner of a non-placental mammal.
Now, can you describe that a little bit more, with a little bit more detail for our, sickos in the audience?
In the vast majority of mammals, which most mammals are placental mammals, which is to say they get pregnant and give birth the way humans do. The child gestates in the mother's body for a period of time until they mature, and they, exit the body in some fashion. And they're able to do that because there's placenta in there, which is a source of nutrients that the child or children can live off of until such time as they need to leave the body. In non-placental mammals, now the keys, the clue's in the name there. You see, non-placental mammals don't have placenta, which means their young cannot live for extended periods inside them because they have nothing to eat. They'd starve. Now, there are two ways in which mammals have solved this particular problem. One of them, amongst the platypuses and other such
platypuses.
I forget the term for it. There's a term for what sort of mammal.
Fucking weirdos. Yeah.
Yeah. They lay eggs. So like a bird or a reptile, they have, all the fluid and yolk and whatnot going on in there develops into a baby that then breaks out of the egg, and is not carried within the mother's body. And that's obviously not what Na'vi are, because I think even in last movie we saw she was pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
So clearly they do gestate children within their bodies. Fair enough. Because there's another category of non-placental mammal. Marsupials are probably the most
sure.
Okay.
Who don't lay eggs, who do gestate, much like other mammals. But what they do instead is they gestate very rapidly, pretty much like as soon as the child is a form that needs to receive nutrients.
Okay.
They give birth and then put that child, who is pretty much literally just a fetus that is outside the mother's body, in the pouch or other sort of place that they have for them. And case the kid just suction cups onto one of her nipples and drinks milk continuously for the next few however long until they're an actual child.
It's a good gig. It's a good gig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So here's my problem with James Cameron, the coward. This Na'vi woman gives birth on the battlefield at the end of this movie, because of course. And when that baby comes out, it is a squalling, fully developed Na'vi baby, like a human baby.
Yeah.
It's just a regular old baby. And if he truly believed in his vision, that baby should be a horrifying, fucked up fetus.
I love
it. Needs to immediately start sucking down milk or it's gonna die.
Oh yeah, so then it just would die.
Yeah, in this scenario, is that what you're sentencing it to, Diggins?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they could presumably, if they were intelligent, like humans, they could find a substitute for mother's milk that little fetus could be drinking if the mother happens to die.
Right.
Okay. And the community could take care of it and shelter it until such time as it becomes fully developed.
That's fair.
But it wouldn't be a fully developed human baby, is my point.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need placenta for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm outraged. I have written to I've written to James Cameron demanding my money back for my ticket because I was written a bill of goods.
Yeah.
That bill of goods said that Na'vi are non-placental mammals. And
wow,
there's so few things you could do on screen to directly contradict that statement, and yet they did one of them.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Do you think, like, in the movie, or like when he was writing this and releasing it, he knew he was being like a hypocrite, but he was like, I can't show it. But every night he went to sleep like in a cold sweat, like I'm fucking letting them down. I told him I would do it, and I'm not because I'm a little coward.
I think that is what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope he's able to forgive himself eventually, but maybe not quite yet. I feel like we need a little bit more time.
World, he would have been visited by 3 spirits.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, Octomom. What are the other pregnancy and birth spirits? Oh man, who else? Who else has lots of babies or is known for baby having? Or like a Dr. Phil or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Or what's his name? Ken Jeong. That was his field of study, right? He was a doctor. And then I guess like a little fetus or something. The one from all those billboards I see when I drive through the South. That's like, don't abort me. I'm a different guy.
Man.
That would be present. Or
and if
future,
you were
maybe.
Non-placental, this is what I'd look like when I was born.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's pretty cool. That they did that.
Yeah. By the way, so I did some research for this topic, as you may have realized at some point here. Don't look up pictures of baby marsupials. They will scar you for life.
Yeah, baby marsupials are gross, and pouches are gross. Like, there's like a little thing when you're a kid, I feel like you get described what a kangaroo is. And you're like, oh, cool. What if I could get in that pouch? It would be so yucky. You would hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I hear it's kind of why, and I'm sure that would explain part of it. I imagine they don't smell great in general, but I hear it's kind of why kangaroos are some of the smellier animals. Because all that open pouch, stuff.
Open pouch where they keep developing fetuses and their own milk.
Yeah, which I get it, man. I've got a drawer for stuff. There's too much stuff is in that drawer. I wouldn't want to be judged by it, but you got to be realistic about what you got too much stuff in that one drawer. Yeah.
So I don't know. I was enjoying the movie quite a lot up until then, and then when I realized I'd been betrayed.
Did you realize in real time? Did you realize in real time you were betrayed?
I realized in real time as that woman was giving birth. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
On placental. What's going on here?
You're crazy. Crazy.
I mean, if I was crazy, I would have realized it as soon as I saw her being pregnant.
Right.
this better be like a few weeks in at most.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's weird that they wait, actually, how much time passes in this movie? Not very much, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Interesting.
But she was pregnant in the last movie, so
I kind of forgot about that.
The implication is she appears to have a human comparable cycle.
Is this the character that's what's her name? That's Kate Winslet?
Yes.
Okay. I could never quite nail that down in my head because none of them sounded like Kate Winslet, but that probably is one of those things where if you know, you can hear it. That's good to know. I'm glad he followed up on it. And I'm glad we were able to follow up on the placental birth thing because it is important.
I guess.
It is. Otherwise, why would he say it? Why would he ever bring it up in the first place?
It's true.
Why say that out loud in an interview if it's not gonna? If when you have the chance to make it real, you don't take it.
Diggins, I'm glad you've done this deep dive. That at least makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, this is all.
I hope James Cameron can learn from his mistakes, and I hope he resolves to do future.
Yeah, I mean the Alita Battle Angel sequel that gets into this is gonna have to be pretty interesting. But like if he stops doing Avatar movies, I'm curious to see how he will, show us that he has learned. Besides just like a big, text post that he shares on Instagram, which would probably be what it is. Or like a ukulele apology video. We haven't had one of those in a while. I feel like he could probably play an instrument.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
But let's spin that wheel. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me spin this wheel. Give it a good old tick, 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 tick. DJ, it landed on one of yours.
Yeah, this is just a very, very straight up one that I don't know. I just want to kind of talk about because I thought it was silly. It's we got him, boys. So there's this like very like what felt purposeful like sequence where Jake gets captured and he gets captured and he's put on display. His cell is like a big rectangular fishbowl that everyone could see into, and when they got him, like everyone's like stoked, like they got their big iPads, they're taking pictures with their big iPads because I guess they don't have phones or whatever. And everyone's like so excited. It's like, we got Jake Sully. And like, I had no idea this like was as big a deal that Jake Sully was like public enemy number one in the human world. But
he's like Osama bin Laden.
He really is
for the humans.
But like we get no explanation. It's just like, oh, I guess it was the human Navi or whatever. But like this, it's weird because Jake Sully like only obstructs their goal in as far as he like coordinates the Navi, and I guess he's like it's like a very Benedict Arnold thing, but like it's not like he's a human, like he's in like the Navi body, right? It's almost like silly that like that's the one that they're going after, and I don't know, I just felt that like very interesting that was part of it, and it's just like, all right, we're gonna do Jake and we're gonna put him in a cell and we're gonna have him do a breakout, because it almost makes the breakout more implausible because he's in a big like public square, like he's in the fucking stocks. Like that's how they're doing this. So it's like, how would you rescue him? It's too public.
That's why you have to have a brave soul like what's his name, Jermaine Clement, have his stupid change of heart then and decide to open the cage with like a big wrecking ball or something or whatever. Like he has like
with a huge bulldozer kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
that's just like comically larger than anything else in the room.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to do big construction.
I feel like has Jake ever seen this character before either?
No.
No.
So I feel like the like knowing look that he gives Jake, if I were him, I'd be like, or if I were Jake, I'd be like, are you the guy that shoots all the whales? I feel like I keep hearing about one of those guys.
I mean, if I'm Jake, I'm like, I point the gun at him and then I'm like, oh, wait, you the one driving that? Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That wasn't clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably should have like gotten out while I was out here, so it was obvious that you were the one who just did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's weird that they have phones, actually, now that you mention it, like that they're live streaming this. Because, like, is this going on their YouTube? Do people on Earth watch these? Like,
yeah. I mean, Earth sucks, so probably not. Like, right? Like,
well, I mean, Earth. They probably send things back and forth to Earth, but it takes a really long
forever.
time.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because like also like if you're the U.S. military, especially if you're Falco, trying to establish a base here, or if you have under BC and you're trying to like mine the planet for resources, do you like want people to know that Jake Sully went rogue, or do you like just pretend he's just some other guy, you know? Because like I think I'd want to kind of cover that up because that would make us look pretty stupid. And also it would make the whole Avatar situation pretty complicated, as opposed to just being like, there's a new guy and he's bad and watch out. But you definitely wouldn't want to like put him in the little display case and be like, look at how sick it is that we got him.
100%.
But yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. I there were some things about that scene that I thought were interesting, but it was like 2 hours into the movie, and I was like, "There's another hour of this, though, right? Like, what are we going to do?"
Yeah,
and it's like the second movie. Remember the second movie we're doing that? That was cool. No,
you guys like that, right? You guys had a fun time.
Yeah.
And Jermaine Clement was like, I've already saw that actually, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm good. Good for him. Crazy that he's in these.
It really is. It is.
But still,
I really want him to just show up in the next, if they make a next one, to just show up with no explanation for how no one questioned him about any of that.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
It's like, hey, what were you doing, man? It's like, don't worry about it. You know, I mean, I am mad at you guys because you said to think about the whales. I love whales. You guys are mean about them.
I mean, he is also like the only human survivor, seemingly, of this whole thing. Like every other ship is exploded. Yeah. Everybody else dies. So I think he gets to go back on like a little, outboard kind of little thing and go like, they got him. Whoops. And then just pretend he was part of them, or like pretend something else happened. You just tell whatever he wants to, wants them to believe. But I don't think they're going to believe they should believe the story of like, yeah, the whales did it again. We really should stop sending things into that because there's big whales.
Yeah.
But
these whales are pretty good.
Yeah. Also, like remember when the guys and then like the army guys are sent in to do the big fight, and they were in their stupid crab suits and like, we're going to use crab suits again. It's like, those sucked last time. You should have better things than crab suits by now. Like they're always bad, but
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, it's a little weird. Do you want to spin that wheel one more time?
I think you get to close this out, Nando. Tick, 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 tick. What do you got?
This is a fun one. This is just Jake's new fetish. I think it's fun. We don't really get into this too much, but I like the idea that Neytiri shows up in fire person like outfit and like not just the paint, because she has that to like blend in, but also she wears one of their little things. I feel like Jake may be like, we got to keep that costume though. Like don't throw that away. We might be able to use that in the future for spy stuff, maybe, or maybe just, whatever. I do think it is really funny the way that plays out. Cause it's just like, it's really easy to sneak into an avatar base if there's bad, like it's the way you never want to bring any bad avatars into your base on Pandora, is because all the rest of the avatars can just pretend to be them. Not even know what any of them are. A little makeup on, like, whatever.
You can bring the bad avatars onto your, the bad Na'vi onto your base.
Right. Yeah.
But then you have to make sure the guards stop being racist.
Yeah.
Then you gotta have them be like, wait, who are you? You're not one of these guys.
Right. And
you look completely different.
Well, and like the ash people do have like whiter skin too. I feel like from like exposure, I guess, to like the heat or sun or lava or something. So like she does have to kind of like sell it a little bit. So she does with like a little bit of like extra Na'vi or ash people sass when she's getting past those guards. But yeah, I don't know. I like the idea that they all have little costume, like not little costumes, but like this maybe is the easiest like beat up 2 stormtroopers and put on the stormtrooper outfits that has ever been done in a movie before. It's just like tussle your hair different and put a little red on your face and going on with them. And yeah, she's pretty good at it.
I mean, listen, I'm saying if I'm Jake in this scenario, I definitely hope, I'm definitely like, oh yeah, we gotta try some stuff.
Oh yeah,
try some stuff when we get back to the camp.
There's definitely a point in this relationship, like maybe you want to wait maybe 3 months before you while you're just hanging out, go, it's crazy. Remember when you dressed up like the Fire Nation people? That was pretty wild, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, their leader, she was like so evil.
Oh yeah, I hate her. You would that even be? Was that comfortable? Do you want to try putting it on? Because I'm like, now I got to see how you even put that thing on, because it's so tough to do.
Yeah. What do you think? God, you know what? Wild Quaritch and her, like totally crazy that was a thing.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine? What was that even like? Do you think? Like what? What do you think? Actually, what was it like?
Hey, Spider, get the fuck out! Get out! Keep rid of the scissors. I said I need 20 minutes. That's all we need. Go make out with your sibling or whatever we're calling this family. Fucking evil Brady Bunch movie thing we got going on. But
the water people have any humans hanging around, you could go.
yeah, right. But yeah, well, that must have been pretty uncomfortable. I think it would be really funny if Jake started dressing up like a fire person too. They're like, "This doing anything for you, honey?" And she'd be like, "No, that's like they're like the Nazis of us or something. This doesn't work both ways. Only works for you."
Oh my god.
But yeah, I think what's her name? I think, well, I mean, Zoe Saldana was good in this, but I liked whatever her name is, Ula Chaplin, or what is the Una Chaplin? Yeah, Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter. But the one from Game of Thrones who gets red weddinged.
Yep.
I think like I said, without her, this movie is real boring because she's pretty cool. And
no, like I said, I mean, all the stuff I've said, all the incriminating things I've said aside.
Yeah.
I do think she's a genuinely very fun presence in the movie.
I agree.
Like very, very, very hammy, evil sort of villain can really inject some life into a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's actually what more movie franchises that are kind of out of ideas should do that. They should just ask the fans, like, "You guys want a big, sexy, evil one?" And we'd be like, "Yes, please." And they'd be like, "Okay, we can finish Fast 8 or whatever number we're on now. We're just gonna hire a really tall, scary woman." They
keep failing at that because they give Charlize Theron the worst haircuts imaginable.
That's true. They did really fuck that one up. They tried their best, but they couldn't help themselves. And yeah. Oh man, that's Avatar. So let's do the holy AWA questions of this movie.
Did you guys change them up, or are they the same?
No, it's same more or less. I mean, we gotta, I think maybe if Joey were to ever end, we'll knock that question off the thing.
Tough.
But we'll probably try to replace it with something.
All right. So is the first one? Is it woke? Is that the first one?
That's the last one. The first one is always, could I defeat it? And the answer is yes. If I was Jake, because they do. Like within the first minute of this big fight, I'm like, they won already. I don't know what they have to. Because they're throwing the helicopters into the ships. What's left? But then they have to fight a little bit more. But yeah.
Could you tail Jack as good as Kiri?
I listen. I'll try. You get whatever her name is for Anki in front of me. I'll give it everything I got. And
no, I listen. Again, it's always my policy that I would lose, of course. But in that situation, I think there's a part of me that would want to lose that one.
That's true. Yeah,
that would be it. That would be the end of it.
Good.
And so yeah, I think that's part of the problem with this movie is the stakes at the end. It's just like, because it's so similar. It's like, yeah, they have more whales and they got the one with the nose ring. They're fucking crushing it.
Yep.
And Kiri gets AWA to send help again.
Yeah. She sends the little AWA squid monster choke things to like just kill everybody as well. They probably shouldn't have put those in the trailer because I did start seeing like the stuff fighting and going, oh, those guys are going to show up. But then could Joey beat it? Sexy villain lady.
Yeah, that's
how
probably
would Joey deal with
Varang cuts his head off every time. There's just
she would wrap our pal Joey around her little finger.
Yeah. That is the real, like, his real weakness.
The other problem, because this is the third movie, Joey never gets this far is the problem.
Yeah.
Like Joey's gone movie one.
That's a good point.
He just can't make it. So he's at a real disadvantage.
Yeah. He also, I feel like, I mean, we know, right? Like he has not the same kind of difficult relationship with his ward's father, kind of like Michael and Jimmy, but like that he's able to navigate that potentially better than Jake is able to navigate the Quaritch Spider relationship. So maybe in that aspect of it, he could like get Quaritch to be cool. Maybe that's what Jake needs, is like a hot sister for Quaritch to start horning in on.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
is it
the big question, is it woke?
Oh God. So I don't think it's not woke, but I don't think it's woke. Like,
it's tough. It's definitely not woke for an Avatar movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like, I would say it's probably woker than your average movie because it still says don't kill all the whales.
Yeah, but I think it botches a lot of like the native people stuff that it tries to do.
I was gonna say, this is
point.
I think this is the most racist Avatar movie.
But part of me is like, is that the wokest version of it now? You know, like was the least woke version the like kind of, you know, like really silly, like they're all cool and in love with nature and whatever, and then adding one that's kind of more just like evil is like, no, it's just, you know, this is actually kind of more representative of just how people are different than other people sometimes.
I mean, is it any truer to life to, instead of having everyone is a spiritualist connected to the land, good person, except for the one tribe who are cartoonishly evil?
Yeah. I mean, listen, we had some cartoonishly evil people running around right now, so but also, I mean, now that you mentioned it, the connected to the land via religion, like I feel like the pro, you know, organized religion method or part of this movie is quite anti-woke. Like,
that's true.
Although
having faith.
Although have we gone around on that one too as a society? Because like Bill Maher, everyone's favorite atheist, is very woke and like hates wokeness more than anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't know.
My gut says not woke. I just don't think James Cameron earned it with this one.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
also,
it mostly is because we know what a woker one of these would look like.
Yeah. Also, very not broke. So much money. So.
Yeah,
True.
How is it performing against the other Avatar movies? Because I know originally it wasn't doing super well, and then it kind of made it back. But is it like, has it leveled off?
I still don't think it's on pace for the second. I think.
Okay.
Basically, it's doing about as well week to week as the second one, but it didn't have as big of an opening.
Yeah.
Well, wait till they get the 8th Avengers trailer in there. Then things are really going to heat up.
Yes.
Listen, if I got time, I think I am going to try. I don't know if I'm going to go to one. But if I go to another movie over the week,
it'll be Ella McKay again.
Oh, for sure. There's one in my theater. There was one in my theater a couple days ago. It might be gone by now, but I might try to sneak into the beginning of an Avatar thing so I can see the X-Men one, because that is kind of an event for me. But the rest of them, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what they're doing now, is they're honing in on exactly what the Avatar fans want. Maybe they're figuring out how to put Jake Sully into the fucking Avenger movies. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's the real Doomsday.
That is. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Here's the other question that's kind of important. Do you think we do get another one of these? What happens with this franchise?
Yeah. They're gonna finish the 5 that he said is gonna finish out. I feel pretty good about it.
I believe that as well, but this is the first time I could see a version of the story where he does take a really long break. And like it doesn't come out for another 20 years.
Oh, well,
and then maybe somebody else makes it, but like
say that'd be pushing it for him.
Yeah, like because the penciled in dates are 2029 and 2031. I think are the penciled in dates. So
I don't know. He seems more tired of it than usual, but
I get that.
The money is big. Diggins, what do you think?
I don't know, because like I feel like monetarily you could justify it, but I do feel like the tone of the interview has not been like in the second one he said similar things. He was like, this needs to be the biggest movie of all time, or I can't do more.
Yeah.
But he said that as like people need to go out and see it. Now he kind of just says it more diffidently. He's like, yeah, you know, this would need to be a huge success for us to make more of these.
Right.
Like he could go either way. And I feel like if he's like starting to lose steam on this passion wise, then I feel like that could, you know, slow this train.
It doesn't hurt that like this is the first one of these that is like also reviewed. Like this is the most negatively reviewed of them. So like that could also hurt
positively
for sure
in general. Yeah. But comparatively.
But I think, I don't remember where it landed, but it was somewhere in the 70s, which I think is traditionally lower than these go.
I think the first two are above 90, so maybe.
Oh wow! Actually, it's in the 60s. It is 66 currently on Rotten Tomatoes, and then
I think Way of Water was higher than the original Avatar.
Way of Water 76%. So Way of Water not even that great.
Yeah, I think it was higher.
Oh.
I did too. No, I mean I feel like everybody that I talked to loved it.
Yeah.
Avatar won 81%. So diminishing returns, but still making more money than most of these movies. Like this is supposed to be Disney's biggest year ever. Between this, Zootopia, Lilo and
Fantastic
Stitch
Four, yeah.
and the Marvel movies all taped together to resemble one of those other ones. Like, but I think it made like $6 billion or something. And next year's going to be insane with Toy Story and the Avengers. So like, I wonder if maybe Marvel's like, or not Marvel, Disney's like, maybe you don't need this. Like maybe we'll just do Lilo and Stitches and shit like that because it's way cheaper and easier for us.
Yeah,
because these are expensive. I don't know. They've invested all that money in the stupid theme park. Like, part of me just thinks it will have to continue for that reason.
I think they're putting another ride in there.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Disney could decide, oh, this would be insane, right? But let's say James Cameron throws in the towel, and Disney's like, well, we're not done, so they get who the fuck do they get?
Sean Levy, baby. Let's get Deadpool Wolverine director Sean Levy in. He's perfect for this.
Oh my god.
And then you could make an Avatar movie. You could spin one of these out in like what, 20, 30 minutes?
Well, AI, how much workload is AI picking up? Yeah.
AI is super, super helpful for this kind of stuff. But yeah, like, and I can't think of another director that I would want to see do these either.
Michael Bay. Let's give me Michael Bay.
Oh, well, he is busy. Aren't they doing another Transformers? Like they announced that like yesterday. That like Shia LaBeouf's coming back for him too. Yeah.
Oh,
really?
I know.
Hot off the heels of Megalopolis.
Exactly. I'm not positive this is true, but I think I saw someone talk about that. I would like to see, like, I'd like to see it. Honestly, actually, now that I mentioned it, I'd like to see a different actor or director take this on that like has vision, like the Wachowskis or something like that, and just see what their avatar looks like. Because maybe that's what we need. It's just a different look and like a different version of this. But probably like J.J. Abrams will get it or something. That's how these tend to go.
Probably.
And that's great. Yeah. Well, speaking of J.J. Abrams probably getting stuff and, other directors besides James Cameron, do you guys want to get to our classic segment? Do you have anything to recommend to the fine people?
I would love to.
I would.
All right. DJ, it's been a while. I don't want to go over all of your recommendations, but if you have to give us the greatest hits of the whole time and then maybe the greatest hits of the last week, that would probably be helpful for everybody.
I'll give a little snapshot of like what I did, but I'll hone in on a recommendation, right? So I know I recommended Silksong. I played a lot of Silksong. I've dumped like 50 hours to do it, and I'm still not done with it because the game is an endless well of just like shit to do, and also grinding out Savage Beastfly for the second time for 10 hours. So it's just a big part of that game, but loving it. I'm a little bit of a break. I just need a break, when to hang out with the newborn. So, that was good. I did though
with Young Pepsi
for now, pending. It should be like Pepsi pending or something.
Diet Pepsi.
I did finally, I guess it's an oldie but goodie. I finally caught up on Invincible, so I watched Invincible seasons 2 and 3.
It's coming back soon, I think.
I kind of why I did it. Season 4 is in March. And it was, I didn't have any of the complaints because I just watched it all at once. I wasn't angry about how it was, delivered to me. So that was good. And then I played some Kirby Air Riders with Michelle. It's a fucking awesome game.
That does look fun.
It's genuinely fun. I just like say it's, we'll talk about the predictions episode. I was off, but maybe on.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sakurai doesn't miss, but yeah.
Sakurai doesn't miss, and maybe he only makes one kind of game. But no, here is the recommendation I want to make. So, this would have been better for last week when you guys were talking about the Game Awards, but I had like noticed like, wow, I actually played a lot of the games that were up for Game of the Year. I played Expedition 33, Silksong, Hades 2. I played.
Yeah.
There was no way I was ever touching Death Stranding 2. I'll probably get to Donkey Kong Bonanza at some point. But then there was this game, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And I was like, that seems interesting. And it's like this realistic 15th century, 14th century, 15th century. The Diggins is like probably knows this like way better, but it's the Holy Roman Empire around Bohemia, whatever that is, like Germany, kind of
the Czech
Republic, sure,
modern day,
Hungary's over there as like kind of like an adversary. Anyway, and I was like, this looks interesting. And I was like, I think I want to play this because I really like this open world RPGs and like a lot of the mechanics are cool, but I didn't want to jump into a sequel. So I'm like, let me look into the first game. And I like kind of like do I need to play the first, play the second? But during like one of the sales, it was like $8 on PlayStation Store. So I said, screw it, I got it. Guys, I love this game. I love this game.
Oh.
I haven't even played the second one yet. I'm still playing the first one, but it's like a great game. So I'm trying to think of the pitch. So it's like, so you play Henry, who is just a blacksmith's son, so very much amongst the common folk. And things happen. I don't want to give too much away, but you're kind of like working your way up through like kind of like knighthood, nobility. There's like different paths you can go. It's an open world RPG, so like you could be good at like sword fighting, or you could be good at like sneaking, or you could be good at talking, right? Kind of however you want to build your character. And it has one of my more favored ways to like level up your skills. As you use the skills, you get better at the skills. And then you can get like perks to the skills that you use, but it really reinforces that, if you do the thing, you get better at it. It does manifest in some kind of silly ways where like, if you want to get better at like herbalism, you just pick flowers all day, and that's how you get better at herbalism, which just have some perks. Or if you want to get better at drinking, which is a skill, you just have to drink a lot.
That's true to life.
So,
that really doesn't hurt. Better and worse at the same time.
But like it has like the realism where it's like you need to sleep, you need to eat. If like you get caught doing a crime, people are like really mad at you, and it's like really hard to get out of it, right? It's interesting how you kind of figure out the bounds of what you can and can't do, and it's like, do you really want to suffer these consequences, because it can fuck you up real bad. Also, most interesting mechanic that this game has that I haven't seen a lot, you can't just save whenever you want, kind of. So saving, there's a resource, a usable resource in this game called Save Your Schnapps.
I've heard of
which
this,
is a thing you drink to save. It's not the only way to save. You can go to your bed and save, and there's autosave at certain points. But like the purpose of this is that
that's the way it sounds. Like you could go to your bed and save, in the shower sometimes. Real quick, you can save.
Whenever you see Varang, you might need to
turn on an Avatar movie, lock the door, make sure all the kids are asleep, and save away.
Don't want to save in public. You only save for the big moments.
Don't want to save in public. No, that's bad. Yeah.
I don't know this. I haven't read anything the developers wrote, but I assume the purpose of this is so you can't do like save spamming, which like a lot of like RPGs have. It's like, oh shit, this is bad. Let me just save, quick save, da. So they make it a finite resource, like an expensive resource. You can buy it from merchants and stuff, but like it's just like kind of like a different way to play a game, which I've actually found like very refreshing. And I really like it. It's almost like, okay, it's like the end of the day. Let me go to my bed. Let me do a good save. Eat a big meal, and then get tackled the next day.
A couple times a week at least for your health, I think, is what I've heard recommended. Recommended once, and then in my brain I was like, this better be true.
Depending on your age. And, how often you're manually saving versus auto saving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, there's no shame in it. Sometimes you gotta save a little less. It's all about the quality of the save.
You can auto save at any moment is the thing.
Yeah.
So it's a game I'm really enjoying. If you like open world RPGs, if you like medieval settings, like it's just very, very good. I guess I don't know, Diggins, if this would like really solidify what it is, but it takes place right after the death of King Charles IV in the Holy Roman Empire. So that's the setting. So
the Emperor Charles IV?
Yes. Sorry, Emperor Charles IV. They call them different things. It is so hard for me to keep track of the geography part. I'm just going to hone in on what I'm doing. The Hungarians are bad, and that's kind of all I honed in on, or the Hungarians are bad. So from our perspective, whoever we are.
Oh, okay. So it's like the mid 1300s.
Okay.
Sounds like.
Yeah, it's like 14th century. Yeah. So
anyway. Do you feel like you've learned something from this game, DJ? Is it like going to like you're like a better person now you played it, a more worldly man?
I don't know. I like no, because I'm somehow all about like the game stuff. So I'm like, I gotta get my lock picking stack high enough so I can get all into the cool chests. Right? That's all I am. I'm still playing the game as I normally would. Like that. I will say this. The last thing I'll say about this. The combat's hard, and it's like. It does this thing where it's like, if you were just a blacksmith's son and you were thrust into having to be good at this, you would suck at a sword. And you do. Like, the controllers are clunky, you're bad at it. You're bad at archery. And then, like, you get better and it feels better. But, like, I'm relatively good with the sword, and it's still difficult for me. And I'm like, I'm not going to get good at this. I'm just going to kill people by getting up behind them and stabbing them, because that's the way I want to play. It's nice that the game does give you different avenues, right? If you don't want to be a big swinging a sword or swinging a hammer guy, but if you want to do that, by all means. So, Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's on PC. It's on all the things.
So, have you finished it?
No, I'm still so yeah, it's a good game. Diggins, you usually go next, right?
Yeah.
What do you have next? What do you have to recommend?
Typically how it works. I have a few different things. I'll try to move through them at a brisk pace. First I watched a couple of movies. I watched Sorry Baby.
Oh yeah.
The directorial debut of Ava Victor. Who did some comedy stuff in the past like 10 years or so. I don't know.
Feels like it. Feels like one of those like comedian makes serious movies kind of things.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely one of those. I don't know like any like major works they had done before this. I mainly knew them as like, a person who makes jokes on TikTok sort of person, except on TikTok because I don't go there.
Interesting.
But so this is their movie starring themselves that they also wrote and directed. And it's just about kind of the aftermath of something really bad happening to a person, like a traumatic event, and just like having to learn to live with that. And it's very like that. Like I feel like these days so many of those exist that oftentimes it's like, and the metaphor is literalized by a big cat.
Right, yeah, they have a couple of those out now, and it's pretty weird. I haven't watched any of them yet, but I do keep seeing movies like that.
Or, something like that. Like there's some kind of like twist on it. And this is just a very straightforward, grounded, dramedy. I will say though, I think it is a very good one. I think they do work their comedy into it a lot, in that like there are some moments of like real sort of humor, and like very much that indie dramedy kind of humor of like more like the awkwardness of human interaction, but I think still like well executed. Basically, it feels like a thing that is almost like too earnest to just be, for that to be it, but it is. It's just that, and it's good. So I have a little hard time talking about it.
Well, I mean, I think you could sell it on just the cat alone. There is a cat.
There is a cat.
It's
nice. Not a big cat that's a metaphor for anything.
No.
It's just a regular cat.
I mean, it's probably kind of a metaphor for stuff, but it's not a CGI cat that shows up and all the characters look at and stuff.
Yeah, no. It's just a cat the character finds on the street and starts taking care of.
And made it into all the posters.
There's a funny scene with the cat in a grocery store. Pretty good.
We've all been there. Yeah.
Another movie I watched that I really liked and was surprised I really liked, because every trailer I saw was like, that's probably fine. I saw Marty Supreme.
Oh, Marty.
Nice.
I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know if you guys have seen any trailers from our boy Timothy.
I have
not.
And all of his podcast appearerances.
Yeah, I've seen him rapping on TikTok and stuff. Yeah. So that's more than enough for me. I'm going to see it eventually, but I haven't gone out to see it yet.
Did either of you see Uncut Gems?
Oh, yeah. Loved it.
There's no way Mike Francesa gets in a movie without me and DJ seeing it immediately. That's one of the rules of movies.
Oh, you
classic.
Broke him. You broke him.
Oh, yeah, we got him, baby. We got him.
Wow, you made a sick man cough.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's very, very similar register to Uncut Gems, where it's a horrible little man keeps making appallingly bad decisions to try to, turn things around, because he's convinced that, if he could just do the thing that he wants, then it's going to work out.
Right. That's cool.
And it's just much like that movie. It's just the way it escalates, the way it kind of like keeps driving forward. The sort of like car wreck nature of it, of like watching all the different decisions he makes, it's just so fascinating. And it's like really, really gripping, really like gets your attention. It's a long movie, but like I didn't feel the length at all because it just keeps going. And yeah, I mean, and Timothée Chalamet is great in it. Like he's giving an incredible performance as the worst person who's ever lived.
Do you think he's going to win all those Oscars he says he should get?
Oh my God,
I hope he does.
He could, and I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah. How was the guy from Shark Tank?
You know, I've not watched Shark Tank, so I didn't really know a lot about him going in.
Oh.
I think considering he's basically playing, you know, just some rich business guy who doesn't give a shit, so himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does a good job.
Okay. Nice.
Do you my last question? Do you think that his take that Jeff Hardy is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time is an insane one that should get him just shot into the sun?
Timothée Chalamet?
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Jeff Hardy's not my first choice.
So I kind of said this flippantly, but he went on Cody Rhodes' podcast and he made the case for Jeff Hardy. I don't think he said he was the best, but he said like my favorite. I still found that to be insane.
The Hardy Boys.
My favorite's a different story.
I know, but like he went on the Cody Rhodes podcast. He could talk wrestling. It was honestly the coolest thing about Timothée Chalamet I've learned.
No, the coolest thing you've learned about him is he mods Xbox controllers, and
God,
he has to
so
do that. He
at
has
this
to.
Point.
He has to admit to it and just start doing it again. It'd be
I
so
guess.
funny.
Anyway,
I'm
glad. Yeah.
Like, Odessa Azion also, by the way.
Yeah.
Gives a shout out. That character is so much more interesting than that character usually is in these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you know, part of it's the writing, but part of it's also her performance.
Yeah.
And then there was one other thing, which, as I mentioned earlier, I have been very sick with the flu. And when you're sick with the flu, there's not a lot you can do because you can't move. So
Can't even save. It's a shame.
No, God, I wish I could save while I had the flu. It would have really passed the hours.
It's maybe the only way to heal, really. You know, so.
But instead of saving, I took my Kindle and I loaded up with some books, and I started reading through the Poirot novels by Agatha Christie.
Oh, nice.
We all know the little Belgian man detective played by Kenneth Branagh in those movies.
Yep.
And a bunch of other people in those other movies. And Agatha Christie, of course, the most famous, you know, murder mystery novelist of all time. So I've only ever actually read one of her books, though, is sort of a thing I realized. I've only read And Then There Were None.
Yeah, because you love the original title so much, right?
That's the reason. Yep. Never even got printed as that over here. Even in the 30s, we were like, not that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I haven't gotten out of the 30s yet with her output, and there's at least one thing every book so far where I'm like, this was written 100 years ago. But no, I mean, just in general, they're obviously, like I said, she's the most famous murder mystery novelist of all time. She is she was very talented at writing compelling murder mystery novels. Poirot is a surprisingly fun kind of like detective. Much like Benoit Blanc, he's a funny little guy.
Yep.
So like, I don't know, there's a lot of humor in them for that, because like he's kind of a ridiculous person, and also the early ones have most of them have this one particular narrator character who hangs out with him, who is incredibly stupid, like in universe is supposed to be like, he's not too bright. And that's why Poirot keeps him around, because he's like, you fall for everything the criminals want me to fall for. So that lets me know what they wanted me to think.
That's a good guy to have. Yeah.
A stupid man, think all those things.
Interesting.
That's not, you know, exactly how he puts it to him, but it's very obvious to the reader that that's what he's saying. While Hastings is like, wow, I never realized my friend valued my input so much. But no, they're very engaging. They're very, I read a bunch of them, just standout ones. The Murder of Roger Ackroyd is a very famous one of hers, considered one of her best. It has a particular twist is part of that, but it is also in general just a really good mystery. I quite enjoyed Peril at End House and Lord Edgware Dies are ones I read recently that I felt she was sort of, even early on, she like shows a real like knowledge of the form of the murder mystery, and so like can sort of play with audience expectations and, you know, lead you down different roads without ever like, you know, being unfair. Well, I would say without ever being unfair. She wrote so many of these things, but usually without being unfair.
Yeah.
But I feel like as I'm getting to a point now, as I'm going on, where she's starting to like get more sophisticated with that stuff because she's, you know, getting better as a novelist as she goes on over time. So I've been really enjoying those. I'm on Murder on the Orient Express right now, which is another one of her extremely famous novels.
We watched the movie, or like you've seen the movie of that, right?
Oh yeah, I know. I already know the story of that one, but still,
okay,
it's nice to read.
Yeah, classic.
But yeah, those are all of my recs. What about you, Nando?
Oh, you know, I have a couple things that I've watched over the last couple of days. Even though I believe canonically when we started this podcast, it was the day of New Year's, or the day before New Year's Day, or the day before New Year's Eve. I have miraculously somehow seen all of Stranger Things. I finished the season, whatever, 5.
You got a promotional or like a...
That's right.
They sent you a copy because you're such a cool influencer?
Because I watched the Avengers trailer so many times, the movie theaters were like, we need to do something for him because he's getting people so excited about seeing these Avatar movies. So they were like, we'll let you watch Stranger Things. And I was like, is there anything else? And they were like, no. And I was like, all right, I'll watch it. So I've seen it. And I think the finale is fine. I think it's like it's a very inoffensive finale in terms of like what that show has been leading towards. Like it's definitely not the Game of Thrones finale, and it's not the, you know, it's like a really good dramatic finale of like a long running drama. Because like so many of those are either fine or bad. But like it's like a well remembered one where we're like, and one that's been going for more than like 2 seasons. So because there's some 1 season ones that have great finales, but I don't know. But it falls right in the middle of all of them in the okay category. And, you know, it's clear that certain kid actors are going to, but certain actors that played kids on that show are going to come out real strong and be humongous stars. And then there's other ones that I don't think we'll see for a while until they make Stranger Things, the Legacy sequel or something. I am fine with that. I'm glad knowing kind of where those, which is which. I think I could have pretty much put it together. Considering just like performances and other stuff, but yeah, that part of it is interesting to me.
That information was already quite well known.
So I'll say the one that sold me this season was Sadie Sink. I wasn't like, I had watched The Whale. So who gives a shit? I haven't seen her play, the John Proctor play. But like in the other seasons, I was like, she's good, but this is the season where I'm like, oh yeah, now she's going to be like the best one coming out of this. She's obviously got the Spider-Man movie coming up, but like, I think she's positioned pretty well to be I don't even know who would you say, who was that coming out of Game of Thrones, like the Peter Dinklage, but not really.
No,
that's David Harbour.
Yeah.
Who, like, did any of the kids in Game of Thrones come out hot?
Not like
Harrington, a little like he's kind of fizzled by now, but I feel like he's starting to
in the moment. Maybe he had Pompeii.
What did a Silent Hill? Whatever, he's like a Silent Hill game
or whatever.
He was in one of those Modern Warfares or some shit. He was in a Call of Duty game, like maybe the most recent one. I guess like Sansa also almost had a nom.
Almost nearly got there. But yeah,
that didn't work either.
She got her Jonas marriage and she was like, I'm out.
Yeah, see ya.
You know, I respect it. That feels like a certain member of this cast who married her pop star royalty person, and then when I guess I'll never have to do this anymore. And you know, I respect it. Yeah, wow, it's really hard to like look at the IMDb page and find one of these people that wasn't a star before Game of Thrones and came out a full-on star. Maybe honestly like Alfie Allen. I feel like I've seen him in things pretty consistently since that show ended. But like, yeah. Anyway, show's fine. I didn't see it in a movie theater. I heard the movie theater experience was great. Like if you're into that sort of thing, like if you're a big, Stranger Things fan and you want to like clap when the guy comes back from, seemingly being off screen or whatever. Like that is one of those experiences. Apparently theaters were packed. I would not be surprised if Netflix tries to do this more, but I know they can't get away with it for everything. Like it's not, they can't just go like, let's do Stranger Things finale for, whatever else I don't even know what they have. Like, but yeah, it was okay. Okay. So that, I watched Anaconda, the original one, not the new one, in preparation for the new one, but I hadn't seen the original one in a while. Obviously I'd watched it before. But I, it's weird. It's a weird movie. It's Jon Voight, hilarious boner guy from Megalopolis, probably his best performance ever, in the Anaconda movie, because he is just doing. Have you watched Anaconda, DJ?
I have not.
Have you ever seen it, Diggins?
No, never.
Oh,
do you know what Jon Voight's deal is in that movie?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he is doing the most inexplicably South American accent. Like, it's horrible. And like, he's supposed to be a character from around where the Anaconda movie takes place, but like, it doesn't look right. Like, he doesn't blend in at all. But like, this accent is so wild, that yeah, his performance for that reason is almost always watchable. Jennifer Lopez is in the movie. There's a couple famous, like Owen Wilson is in that movie. Ice Cube is like the kind of second lead. So, it's kind of fun. The snake always looks bad. If it's practical, it looks bad. If it's CGI, it looks bad. So that part of it's kind of also fun, because they kind of do all of it. They try every angle to make the snake look good, but they can't do it. So I would recommend that, though. I think that's a good time. As far as comics, I've read a bunch of comics over the break, a lot of single issues and stuff that started out. I caught up on Ultimate Wonder Woman. I've caught up on Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Martian Manhunter, and now Batman. I hear Superman's fine, Green Lantern's fine, Flash maybe not even as fine, but I'm very into what the other books are doing with those. They're very cool. And then on the Marvel side, the Ultimates line is wrapping up now, and like that one's interesting because that's actually finished. Like they are going to do something at the end of this run and then just stop making those books, and that's pretty cool because I could see a world where they keep it going forever. But Ultimate Endgame 1 just came out, and I think it's very good. And then the Ultimates 1 also just came out, and that one was the Ultimates 19, just came out. That was pretty good. I read a comic called The Deviant, which, have either of you guys heard of this? It's like a, not like a long running one. It's like, I think 9-issue series from a year or two ago.
I've heard of the concept of deviance.
Well, that is part of it. It's about a guy who is, it's a comic that is like a murder mystery kind of more of a like true crime adjacent kind of thing, where there was a killer in the 70s, I think is the time frame that it's supposed to be set in, who wore a Santa costume, killed people on Christmas, and then there's a guy who's doing a book about him, like researching him for some sort of like semi-autobiographical thing that he's working on, and then people start getting murdered in the same way. But the actual, like, what's interesting about the movie is more about like kind of how these characters do relate, and like what, not in like a I'm secretly your dad way, but like just like in like how these two guys are kind of positioned by society. It's very interesting. So I thought that was great. And then I'll say last thing, something a little bit more digestible than a comic. I mean, it's 9 issues. You can read it in an hour. But I watched a video that I believe is currently only on Nebula, but I'm sure it'll be on YouTube eventually. It's just like early, but it's Todd in the Shadows' worst hit songs of 2025 video. So like, I don't listen to music really very much, except for when I do, because I'm a cool young person who understands culture. But like, I really don't listen to bad music, so I don't know who any of these fuckers are. But learning about like Tate McRae and Morgan Wallen and all these guys, very interesting. And also learning about why the new Taylor Swift album is just very bad, very interesting. He's pretty funny, and I thought that, I think there's a lot of like worst this or worst that of the year that you look back and you're like, that's no fun. But this one is cool because almost all the people he picks, he's either saying like Taylor Swift's going in a weird direction right now, or like this Morgan Wallen guy is a talents hack who is kind of appropriating this culture and like turning. But like he's the guy that sucks, right? He's the guy that was like, get me out of SNL and get me to God's
Too
country.
woke,
yeah. So like, it's good to see him get a worse song, and it's not surprising that he is also making some of the worst art. But yeah, so I enjoyed it. I would recommend that. I'll put it in the notes and stuff, but I'll put the Nebula link in for now. I'm sure it'll be on YouTube eventually. Speaking of eventually, what are we doing next week, you guys?
It's time to ring in the new year with our predictions and look back on 2025.
Incredible.
Wow.
Did anybody remember their predictions? Because I really don't.
I remember one.
Okay. I actually, Nando, I think you're right. We don't even remember. I don't think these ones should even.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, these ones basically aren't even real.
They say 2025 is a gap year anyway, so
Oh, that's fair.
So,
how many times did Diggins predict the death of Fortnite? That was another one.
Oh, man. It's coming.
Was it me?
I mean, yeah, that was probably me. How can it be dead if they just added the characters from Pulp Fiction into it? Huh? They did. You can get Jules and the other one, John Travolta. But I would only buy a skin if I get to be the Quentin Tarantino cameo in that movie. Just walk around in a robe with the worst emote in the history of the game. Yeah. Nah, they're doing that, but they're also putting in apparently like there's leaks that the Overwatch characters might show up in Fortnite, and then that the like what is it like solo leveling and like Demon Hunter, whatever that anime everybody loves.
They're already putting K-pop Demon Hunters, Nando. That's
no.
I know.
What's the other
Slayer?
one?
Yeah,
Demon Slayer. Yeah. So they're somewhat relevant, but also they're courting the oldest people on Earth for no reason, and I love it. But yeah, so we'll do that next week. Do you guys have anything to plug, DJ? It's been a while. Any plugs?
Yeah, not really. I would say anyone who's wondering what happened to Roses and Rejections is, we had planned to do a Love is Blind recap pod or like reunion recap pod to close it out. And then the baby was born. And then Michelle and I never got in front of a microphone. So we didn't post anything. So people might have just thought the podcast dissolved, but no, we'll be back starting I think the new season of the Traitors drops January 8th. So like after that, we'll cover Traitors because we don't get Bachelorette till like March or something like that. So Traitors, and we'll figure it out. And it'll be me and I don't know, someone. You guys want to talk about Traitors? Anyone?
I've never watched Traitors, but I watched the British, some British talk shows that talked about their Traitors. They get very excited about it. I feel like it's like one of their biggest shows, and maybe we should love it more, like maybe we should, as Americans, love our traitors as much as they love theirs.
Have you guys ever heard about the show A Heated Rivalry?
Of course. I've heard about it because
Michelle
yeah. Have you watched it or heard anything?
No, Michelle wants to watch it and talk about it, but how do you know about
Diggins, do you know anything about it?
I know that those two hockey boys make sweet, sweet love.
Yeah, it's the trying to do a funny joke, but I can't even think of one. But it's like the hottest, kind of. It's like when they put that. Well, what's it like? Because it's like supposed to be trashy, from what I understand.
Yes.
It's kind of like Twilight.
Yes.
But if the two hockey players were gay. But what I do know about it is that apparently, because I looked this up, it didn't start as this, but the person who wrote it, put it on like a website, and then was like, I want to get some eyes on this. So they retooled it into a Bucky Captain America fanfic and put it on like AO3 or whatever. So that's what I know about it. Is it is kind of, you can kind of watch it and go like, that's Bucky and Steve kissing. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I know it's scripted, but Michelle's like, can we find a way to talk about this? I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, I have nothing to plug.
She just wants a reason to watch the two hockey boys make sweet, passionate love with their bodies.
You just watch it.
It's very popular. Like, I feel like people have been very very into it. I'm honestly surprised I haven't even checked it out just to see what's up, because monoculture, I'm always looking for more monoculture.
All right. Well, Diggins, you have anything to plug?
Nope. What about you, Nando?
Nothing too exciting. Videos came out. I put my 2026 is going to be X for Marvel video out on YouTube recently. I've been doing videos about the Doomsday trailers because I do think they're interesting as like artifacts of culture, and also I think like it's been interesting to see what their strategy is. So we'll see. Maybe I'll keep doing those for the rest of my life if they keep releasing them every week forever. I think eventually maybe it'll stop. But so those are on the Nando cut. I have other videos I'm working on. My first video of like the year for Nebula, and then also on YouTube eventually, is my like compilation of all my X-Men casting videos, and then I come in and say like, this was a good pick, because it's been like 3 years, so a lot of them I'm like, that was bad, but some of them were pretty good. So I don't know, it's that stuff's all there. Besides that, you can find us everywhere you usually find us, and until next week, I've been at Dantopy Movies on Twitter and all that stuff.
I'm at Zippy by Day on all this stuff.
I'm at C Diggins exclusively on bluest.
That's all I got. See you next time. Bye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, guys. Peace.
Love you.